Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley IronPigs pregame show, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. IronPigs looking for a series win here today over the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders. IronPigs have taken 3 out of the first 4 this week. Right now lead the potentially final Iron Rail in history, as Scranton will be changing their name after this season. And the Pigs, winners of 3 of 4 this week, will try to get back to 500 here in the second half. Now at 21-22 in the second half, 56-62 overall after a 13-1 romp over Scranton last evening. IronPigs with 6 RBIs from Tommy Pham, including a grand slam. Brian Keller, our pregame guest, with 5 innings of 1-run baseball. And the IronPigs rolled to victory. It's been a good week for the Pigs, like we mentioned, taking 3 of the first 4. They will go for 4 of 5 here today with the reigning IL pitcher of the week, Alan Ronhell, on the mound for the IronPigs. Ronhell has not made a start since being named IL pitcher of the week, as last week in Worcester he got scratched not once but twice, as he ended up being recalled by the Phillies on a Sunday, throwing for the Phils the ensuing Monday. He will be opposed by the guy who I think is the presumptive International League Pitcher of the Year in Brenton Beck. Beck, 9-2 with a 2.66 ERA this season, 115 innings, leads the league in strikeouts as well. That's your starting pitching matchup. Let's get you the lineups now, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, remembers, achieve more. For the RailRiders, it's a familiar starting 9, a lineup that they have used already this week. Anthony Volpe will lead things off. He is the second baseman. Jason Dominguez in right field bats in the 2-hole. Max Schumann will play left field. He's hitting third. Batting fourth, J.C. Escara doing the catching. The 5 spot is Waldo Cabrera will be the shortstop. DH Yanquiel Fernandez follows him. Tyler Harbin at third base bats 7th. Ernesto Martinez at first bats 8th. Batting 9th, Kennedy Corona with the aforementioned Brenton Beck on the mound for Scranton. Flip side of the lineup card for the Pigs will be Tommy Pham to lead things off. He's in left field. Batting second, Cameron Meisner. He's the center fielder, back after being the 27th man on the roster for the for the Phillies at the Field of Dreams game in Iowa. Batting third, Keaton Anthony. He is the first baseman. Batting fourth, Carter Kibu, DH, homered last night. Otto Kemp, third baseman, hits in the 5 spot, followed by Dylan Moore at second base. Batting 7th, Christian Cairo, back in the lineup after a day off. He is the shortstop. Peyton Henry, likewise, draws the start as well, hitting 8th doing the catching. Stuart Baroa, who came off the bench last evening with a hit and a pair of RBIs, that's 9th and plays right field with Alan Ronhell on the mound for the IronPigs. Ronhell has just led the Pigs out onto the field, which means it's time for our national anthem, brought to you by Allied Personnel Services. Visit AlliedPS.com today to see all of the great jobs available. We'll go ahead and take one final break. When we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. IronPigs and RailRiders, Game 5 of this series. That's coming up after this break. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
RailRiders, Lehigh, Capital Blue Cross, coca-cola, Cyan Sky Copiers. Astro swings and unrolls deep down.
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem leads us into Lehigh Valley IronPigs baseball. Hi everybody, Sam Jones with you here on a gorgeous Saturday night in the Valley as the IronPigs and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders ready to tango for Game 5 of their 6-game set. IronPigs win away from a series victory, while the RailRiders will look to buck a trend of what would be a second consecutive series loss for them. IronPigs with a 13-1 triumph on Friday night, their second rout of the RailRiders this week after an 11-3 win back on Wednesday. But the last time the Pigs dominated Scranton on Wednesday, Scranton came back with a 5-1 win on Thursday night. So we'll see if Scranton is able to play the Uno reverse card here and come back on the Pigs, or if the Pigs will have their series victory going into the finale tomorrow. Alan Rodhell, who is, by the numbers, been the best starting pitcher this year for the IronPigs, 3-5 with a 4.22 ERA, makes his 17th appearance of the year for the Pigs, his 14th start. Finishing up his warm-up tosses right now. Let's tell you about the defense behind him. To start out will be Tommy Pham in left field, Cameron Meisner in center field, Stuart Baroa in right. Otto Kemp's over at third base, Christian Cairo at shortstop, Dylan Moore his double play partner at second. Over at first, Keaton Anthony, Payne Henry will do the catching for Ron Hell, the right-handed pitcher on the mound for the IronPigs. Ron Hell, 6'2", 170 pounds, 28 years old, will turn 29 next week out of Hermosillo, Mexico. Made his last outing up at the big league level with the Phillies on Monday, as it was the game on Monday in St. Louis that the Phillies basically had no other pitching. First pitch from Ron Hell to Anthony Volpe is a fastball up high. We're underway, just a couple minutes late, 6:38 for first pitch. 85 degrees and a beautiful day for baseball here in Allentown. Ron Hell first base side, winds and deals. Fastball misses just inside. And it's 2-0 on Anthony Volpe. Ron Hell that Monday pitched in relief of Andrew Painter, and it was kind of thought going into that game that it was only Ron Hell and Painter available. 2-0 pitch, Volpe gets way under it. Sky high, fly ball, left field. Shielding his eyes from the sun, Tommy Pham settles under it, makes the catch, and there's one away to begin the ball game. Brings up Jason Dominguez. 1 out and the base is clear. Ron Hell threw 2 2/3 innings for the Phils, gave up 3 runs, so he dealt with quite a number of base runners, giving up 6 hits, but provided enough relief in support of Painter. First pitch to Dominguez, misses down low. 1 ball, no strikes. The Phillies only had to use Jonathan Bolin after Ron Hell to close out what was a 6-5 victory. And a very surprising 6-5 win at that. 1-0 pitch. Heater tails up and away, and Ron Hell, 2 batters. Both of them he's fallen behind now. 2 balls, no strikes. Ron Hell with a 4-pitch mix. It's a 4-seam fastball. He'll use that about 45% of the time. Change up 27%. 2-0 pitch. Dominguez takes a fastball down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Slider at 19% for Ron Hell and a curve at 9%. Heater will sit mostly in the low to mid-90s. Kicks and deals. 2-1. Dominguez way out in front of the changeup. Ron Hell pulls the string. 2-2. Ron Hell mostly uses fastball changeup to lefties, fastball slider to righties. Mixing the curveball whenever he needs to keep somebody kind of off balance. It's more of an ethos down at 70 miles an hour. 2-2. Changeup fades down and away. Dominguez lays off. 3-2. 1 out, top of the first. Base is clear. Ron Hell winds, delivers home. Dominguez swings and misses. Got the fastball by him. Ron Hell just challenging him there. Strikes him out with a fastball down low. 2 away in the first for the RailRiders left fielder, Max Schutman. Ron Hell, the last outing he had for the Pigs was when he was the IL Pitcher of the Week. His performance back on August 1st against Buffalo. It's also a Saturday night ball game. First pitch to Schutman, big swing, comes up empty. Fastball, strike 1. Ron Hell gave up just 1 unearned run over 6 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. 0-1 pitch. Slider downstairs, a ball and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Ron Hell, 10 pitches into the game, or 11 now, despite only 6 strikes. 2 up and 2 down. Schumann from the right side, crowds the plate. Little hitch in his giddy up, the pitch home, swing and a miss. Fastball breezed it by him again. 1-2. Ron Hell starts out of the windup on the first base side, his chest facing the third base bag. And Schumann's going to call time, step out. Ron Hell, one of those windups that looks like he's actually starting out of the stretch. So it's imperative with a man at third that Ron Hell dictates to umpires what he is actually pitching out of. 1-2, Schumann a pop-up, back behind the backstop and into the seats. Nice running grab by a fan. Got a couple empty seats next to him, popped up out of his own chair, over to his left, made a bobbling catch. So 1-2 on Schumann still. Ron Hell looking for back-to-back Ks to end the first. 1-2, heater up and in, Schumann lays off. 2-2. Outfield straight away on Schumann, infield straight up. Ron Hell's 2-2. Just down and away, and Ron Hell on the mound's going to challenge this himself. Henry, the catcher, didn't challenge it. Ron Hell with the changeup thinks it might have clipped the bottom of the zone. Pitchers typically not great at challenging, and Ron Hell loses this one. Call on the field is confirmed, and the Iron Pigs will be with just 1 challenge the rest of the way now. Pitch was a half-inch below the knees. Ron Hell seemed really confident with that. Full count on Schumann, 2 outs, top of the first. The payoff pitch, fastball, a hair down and in again. If Henry wanted to challenge, maybe Ron Hell's prior challenge kept him from pulling the trigger. Looking at StatCast, oh man, that's as close gets. Maybe Henry would have done it, maybe not, had Ron Hell not just burned a challenge. Of course, we've already seen earlier this week, 1 team, Scranton, and 1 player, Anthony Volpe, burned both of his team's challenges in the very first at-bat of the game in the first. Schumann at first, here's J.C. Escara, 2 outs, takes a slow looping curveball, dips down below the knees again. Runner at first, 2 outs. Escara hitting .281, 7 homers, driven in 26. Open stance from the left side. 1-0 fastball, a touch off the outside black. Early on, Ron Hell having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone, but it's not by much. 18 pitches, only 8 strikes. Haven't been huge misses. Certainly not getting any chase out of the zone by these RailRiders hitters early. 2-0 coming. Heater up and away. Again, maybe an inch up, an inch off the plate. 3 out of 4 hitters now. Ron Hell has at least fallen behind 2-0 here. Volpe, Dominguez, now Escara. Only guy he got a hit on, Schumann, he still ended up walking him. 3-0 pitch. Escara taking all the way. Fastball nibbles, the outside black. 3 balls and a strike. Oswaldo Cabrera's on deck. He's got a couple of homers this week. Shadows covering all of home plate, stretching out to the mound and out towards third base. 3-1. Escara gets under it, a pop-up on the infield right side. Second baseman Dylan Moore, still on the infield grass, or in the infield dirt rather, makes the catch. Retires Escara in the inning over. So strike throwing a little bit of an issue for Ron Hell in the first, but only walks 1. Strands man aboard. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the RailRiders nothing, and the Iron Pigs coming to bat. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture and the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss
Bottom of the first, it's the RailRiders nothing and the IronPigs coming to bat against Brendan Beck on the bump for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Beck having himself a phenomenal season. He's 9-2 with a 2.66 ERA this year and has utterly dominated the IronPigs a couple of times now. So we'll see if the Pigs can figure him out here this week. It'll be Pham, Meisner, and Anthony in first against Beck. Defensively behind Beck to start out, it's Max Schumann in left field. Kennedy Corona in center, Jason Dominguez in right. Tyler Hardiman's third base, Osvaldo Cabrera, shortstop, Anthony Volpe at second base, Ernesto Martinez at first, and JC Asiara does the catching. Beck pitched twice last week in Rochester, only gave up 1 run over 10 2/3 innings of work, striking out 20. His first start was a stunner on the 4th. He threw 6 shutout with 12 strikeouts. Both a season and career high for him. Beck, a right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 220. Straddles the rubber, works from the middle, delivers home a first pitch fastball. It's up and in on Tommy Pham. Pham leading off for a second straight game, and why not? Pham, first time leading off this season last night. 1-0 pitch, a line drive by the shortstop Cabrera and into left for a base hit. Leadoff Tommy Pham is working wonders here. Pham now with 4 hits out of the leadoff spot in 5 at-bats. Yesterday he was 3 for 4, 1 homer, a grand slam, and he drove in 6. Tommy Pham can be my leadoff hitter any day of the week. Brings up Cameron Meisner. Meisner rejoining the Pigs after he was the 27th man called up to join the Phillies for the Field of Dreams game in Iowa. Did not appear in the game, but was his first call-up here since he's been acquired by the Phillies from the Royals. First pitch fastball misses outside. A ball, no strikes. Beck on the season, 2.66 ERA in 115 innings. 126 strikeouts, only 34 walks and 84 hits. Meisner from the left side, 1-0 pitch. Backdoor cutter, outside corner, a ball and a strike. Pham, short lead at first. He was caught stealing early in the game last night. Leaning towards second, Beck comes home. Meisner takes. Fastball chips the outside black. 1-2. Beck is all over the league leaders this season. Mentioned in the pregame, likely, I think at least, the IL pitcher of the year. He's second in the league in ERA, behind only his teammate Elmer Rodriguez. Pitch home, Meisner fouls it back. Tied for the league lead in wins with 9. Leads outright in strikeouts in 126. Leads in innings pitched with 115. Second in opponent batting average at 202. The best whip at 1.04. Not that it matters too much as well, but best winning percentage at 818. 1-2 again. Meisner swings and misses. Splitter counted in. Beck gets him to swing through it. It's a strikeout for the first out of the game for Brendan Beck. So you throw all of that together, and Beck is having a really good year. I think in a lot of ways similar to what Alan Winans did for Scranton last year, although Winans came up short in winning the IL Pitcher of the Year nod as the IronPigs / St. Paul Saints. Mick Abel was the one who got it. First pitch fastball to Keaton Anthony, bit of a goatee shaver there as he bends back out of the box. Keaton hitting 271, 7 homers, he's driven in 33. He's got Pham at first, 1 out, bottom of the first. Beck crossfire stretch, hand to the chest. Long hold, now a throw over to first, and Pham back to the bag, standing. Shadows creeping out towards first base, halfway out towards second, also covering third. Most of the outfield is in the sun field, but no shadows to affect the hitters or the pitchers. 1-0 coming. Anthony late on the fastball, swings through it, a ball and strike. So between Beck and Ron Hell, we should have a pretty good pitching matchup here, at least on paper. 1-1. Anthony waits out the breaking ball, just gets under it, fouls it back and into the seats. IronPigs last saw back on June the 11th. He only went 3 1/3 innings that day. Limited to 62 pitches, 3 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Middle infield at double play depth. Corona in center, shaded towards Dominguez right. 1-2. Anthony checks the swing, pitch down and away, appeal to first, and Alex Shears says he held up. For umpires today, brought to you by Gross McGinley Attorneys at Law, it's Alex Shears at first, Tom O'Neill behind the plate, and Darius Gotti, the crew chief, over at third base. 2-2 on Keaton Anthony. Pham at first, scoreless, bottom of the first. The pitch home, fastball called, strike 3. Down at the knees, Anthony not quite so certain about it, but does not pull the trigger on a challenge, with the Pigs already down to just 1 challenge. Back-to-back strikeouts for Beck. And Carter Keyboom hits with the man at first and 2 outs. Scoreless for the moment. Pham still anchored at first after his leadoff single. First pitch fastball to Keyboom. Just glances the outside corner at the knees. Strike 1 on Carter. Keyboom hitting .283, 7 homers, driven in 42. Quiet stance from the right side of the plate. Beck ready on the mound, spins and throws over to first. Pham back. Phenomenal crowd here on Saturday night. It was a sold-out crowd last night. We expect it to be a sellout again here on Saturday night. Most of the Capital Blue Cross lawn is packed. Every seat back's got somebody in it. 0-1, Keyboom off the end of the bat. Little squibber on the first base side. Foul ball. 0-2 on Carter Keyboom. IronPigs wearing their Saturday home uniforms, the Pennsylvania Dutch. Navy blue jersey, Lehigh Valley across the front, white pants. RailRiders in the road grays. 1-2, or 0-2 rather, breaking ball down and away. Keyboom saws off a swing. On the appeal, he did hold it up in time. 1-2 on Carter Keyboom. Beck, 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, changeup, curve. Pham still at first. 1-2 on the way. Fastball called, strike 3. Outside corner gets Keyboom looking. And after the leadoff single, Brendan Beck strikes out 3 in a row, and the Pigs turned away in the first. Go to the second, it's a scoreless ball game here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The scoreboard, our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome, but it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Why does it always say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Hi there.
Who are you and why are you in our office space?
I'm Cy, your friendly copier helper guy. There you go. You're all set.
Whoa, Sai, that was awesome.
Thanks. Better service on the horizon. Science Sky Copiers.
Science Sky servers, they hit it out of the park. If you need help with your office copiers and printers, call Science Sky today. Find them at scienceskycopiers.com.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Cordy. I work in human resources and air products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support FDA.
Air products. Working here. Living here. Giving.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Medica. I work in energy systems and air products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike racing.
Air products. Working here. Living here. Giving. You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the second, IronPigs and RailRiders scoreless after an inning of play. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. Oswaldo Cabrera leads it off for the RailRiders. 5, 6, and 7 against Alan Ronhell. Ronhell, the righty, winds and deals. Cabrera, switch hitter, batting left-handed. The fastball's on the outside corner to begin the inning. Ronhell only threw 8 strikes in first, but made it work. 0-1 pitch. Cabrera swings through a changeup, down and away. 0-2. Ronhell fell behind at least 2-0 on 3 of the first 4 hitters, Volpe, Dominguez, and Descara. Ended up walking Max Schumann. 0-2. Cabrera, line drive, left center field, slicing, and it's down for a base hit. Up the alley, left fielder Pham cuts it off, pirouettes, and throws it back in. A hold Cabrera, just a base hit. Just a mistake pitch from Ronhell there. Looking to get the fastball up, left it for the middle of the plate. The way Cabrera's been swinging the bat, Ronhell a little lucky to get away, not having given up his, being Cabrera's 3rd homer of the week here. Leadoff base runner for Scranton brings up Yanquiel Fernandez. Scranton, one of the teams that likes to try to take advantage of Ronhell's inability to hold runners on. First pitch to Fernandez is lined foul down the first base side. Cabrera 8 for 9, stealing bases. Peyton Henry behind the plate, the best throwing catcher the Pigs have on the roster. But Ronhell still at times can be a bit forgetful about runners, not very quick to the plate. Comes out of the chest, high leg kick. Cabrera starts and stops at first. The pitch misses down low. Yanquiel Fernandez, the hitter, leads Scranton with 20 homers, driven in 68, batting .259. Left-handed hitter, starts with his feet close together, then elongates into a massive stride. 1-1, humongous swing and a miss. Out in front of a changeup. Ronhell leaving that one about belt high. Infield plays over to the pull side. Kemp off the line at third. Shortstop Cairo right up the middle. 1-2. Down to the dirt. Henry blocks it off to his right, and it squirts far enough away that Cabrera can take second base on the wild pitch. Cabrera started and stopped again at first, and that brought Henry a little bit up and out of his crouch, and then had to kind of hit the deck, trying to block that pitch, and just couldn't keep it within arm's reach. Runner at second, nobody out. 2-2 on Yanquiel Fernandez with Tyler Hardman on deck. Ronhell will look to second, the 2-2. Fernandez fouls it off. Ronhell last faced Scranton Wilkes-Barre on June the 12th. He's faced them twice this year. He went 4 2/3 that day. Gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Punched out 5, walked 1, gave up 1 homer. Two and two again to Fernandez. Swing and a miss, out on his front foot. Whiffs on the curveball. Second strikeout of the day for Alan Ronhell. First out at second. Cabrera stays put out at second base. Brings up Tyler Hardman. Hardman with a homer this week, his 10th of the year for Scranton. Began the year with AA Somerset. Still got Cabrera out at second base. Cabrera dancing, will stay put. The pitch comes home and it's swung on and missed. And Cabrera, he had Ronhell timed up. If he wanted to take third there, he could have, but he hit the brakes, and sometimes that will happen when a guy is trying to get timing down on a pitcher, or he's not certain he's got it. He'll at least test it out once. Strike one pitch. It's inside off the glove of Henry into the backstop. Cabrera will take third base unabated. And that might be a pass ball on Peyton Henry there. Didn't look like that fastball was asking too much of him. Just a little up and in, and yeah, that is going to be a pass ball on Peyton as he goes down to the mound. Talk with Ronhell, just get him back in working order. Christian Cairo comes on the mound as well to join the conversation. Peyton's got plenty of experience catching Allen, having caught Ron Hell all of last year, both with the IronPigs. Potential first run of the game over at third base for Scranton. That's Cabrera. Infield comes in for the IronPigs. 1-1 on Tyler Hardman. Ron Hell stretches, the 1-1, swing and a miss. Fastball up out of the zone, gets him under it. 1-2. One and two on Tyler Hardman with Ernesto Martinez on deck. Infield in for the Pigs. Cabrera, short lead at third. The 1-2. Fastball up and in. Bends Hardman back a little. 2-2. Hardman has only seen Ron Hell once. 0-2 against him with a pair of strikeouts. The 2-2. Hardman, a hard grounder by a diving Kemp inside the bag at third. Down the left field line. Pham cuts it off as Cabrera comes in to score. Hardman takes a turn, but will hold up there. Pham's thrown to second, a one-hop strike. An RBI single for Tyler Hardman gives Scranton the lead 1-0 here in the top of the second. Scorched down the line. Kemp, man, he did a great job leaving his feet and trying to pounce on that ball, but just hit too sharply to get to it. Ron Hell was trying to go up with the fastball again, or actually that was the changeup. Left that up above the belt. Hardman all over it. So 1-0 RailRiders for the second consecutive ball game. Pitch to Martinez, a chopper down the first base line. Foul ball. Again, Anthony picking up on the wrong side of the chalk. Throw over to first. Hardman leaning. He's picked off. Hardman tried to catch Ron Hell napping. Thought he had him timed. Ron Hell steps off, throws over, picks off Hardman for the second out of the second. That's a tough look for Hardman. Not exactly biggest runner in the world. He's 7 for 8 stealing bases this year. Gets caught out. Pitch to Martinez. Tries to golf a changeup. Comes up empty. 0-2. On Ernesto Martinez. A 241 hitter. Open stance from the left side. Long levered guy. 0-2. Misses outside. 1-2. One nothing Scranton. Top of the second. Base is empty. Ron Hell still from the stretch. The pitch home. Martinez waits out the breaking ball. But gets under it. Popped up on the infield. Right side of second. Second baseman Moore is there. He makes the catch. Retires Martinez, and the inning is over. Scranton on the board first, though. RBI single for Tyler Hardman. We go bottom 2. It's 1-0 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Wilkes-Barre Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Wilkes-Barre Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture and the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday only at Ashley. Go to ChooseSchuler.com for training online. ChooseSchuler.com. That's ChooseSchuler.com.
This week's Boston Athlete, presented by Service Electric, is senior quarterback Tanner Goldman for the Whitehall football team. Tanner threw for nearly 2,300 yards and 21 touchdowns and leading his Zephyrs to a 10-3 record in the District 11 championship. Tune in each Friday to the Service Electric Happy Hour as we announce the next Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, the nation's first cable company and your local internet provider. Call them at 610-865-9800 or go to SECTV.com.
We're counting it down. It's just
14 days until
it's time for Lehigh Mountain Hawks football.
Bottom of the second inning, it's the RailRiders 1 and the IronPigs nothing. Scranton on the board thanks to Tyler Hardman, RBI base hits. Otto Kemp, Dylan Moore, Christian Cairo do up against Brenton Beck. First pitch breaking ball down the middle to Otto Kemp. No balls and strike. Beck gave up a leadoff single to Tommy Pham in the first and then struck out the next three. 0-1. Kemp lines it the other way, but a foul ball. Just over the head of the first base coach. 0-2. Otto coming into the day, hitting .234. He's got 13 homers, stripping in 42. Had a rare appearance off the bench last night as he actually took over for the previously substituted in Gabriel Rincones. 0-2. Kemp takes a slider down the dirt. Otto's only at bat came against the position player Christian Bethencourt in the 8th. Ended up lining out. Beck straddling the rubber, righty into his wide, the 1-2. Kemp waits out the off speed and clubs it in the air deep to left, backing up Schumann to the edge of the track. He leaps up and comes down with it. Little bunny hop. So he just kind of glided back instead of racing to the spot. Makes the catch either way. There's one away to begin the last of the second inning. Ball just had more juice on it than I think Schumann anticipated there. There's now a whole lot of wind to monitor at the moment. Flag in center field, just about as still can get. First pitch to Dylan Moore. Heater is up and in. Ball 1 to open the AB. Moore with 3 doubles last night, actually surpassing the number of hits he had in the month of August. It was 2 for 30 to begin the month. Pitch home, he swings to the fastball, a ball and a strike. Ended up with 3 doubles, going 3 for 5, scored 3 times. He's now hitting .270 on the year. Bats at the base is empty. 1 out. Beck's 1-1. Moore off the hands, a weak dribbler towards his own dugout. Falls behind the count, 1-2. 1-0 lead for Scranton. Bottom 2, IronPigs looking for an early series victory. Make it 4 out of 5 to start out the week. 1-2. Moore checks his swing, slider down and away. 2-2. Outfield straight away, infield defense straight up. Martinez well off the line at first for the right-handed hitter. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip held on to by Escara. 4th strikeout of the game already for Beck. 2 gone in the second. Brings up Christian Cairo. Cairo returned off the injured list for the Pigs earlier this week, making his first start on Thursday. Bit of a groin and leg issue holding him out for the minimum 7 days. It's a .243 hitter, 3 homers, 32 RBIs. Tries to bunt the first pitch, stabs at it and misses. No balls and a strike. Hardman is playing way back at third, which 2 outs and hitting. You understand Cairo trying to take advantage of it. 1-0 Scranton, bottom 2, 0-1. Cairo pops it in the air, left center field, pretty well hit. Schumann racing back, nearing the track, settles up, makes the catch. Retires Cairo in the inning over. Pigs go down in order, and we head to the third. It's 1-0 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Nationwide mutual insurance company that's going to that deal list you have needs one thing. Shit. Take the afternoon off. Binge watch anything. Gotta happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Whatever you do, deal with a Coors Light. Non-competition. Made to chill. From Major League Coors Brewing
Columbus and Omaha in a rain delay. They were supposed to start at 7:05. Well, at 7:35, Nashville hosting Indianapolis in the back end of that doubleheader between St. Paul and Iowa to come as well. Pigs trail 1-0. Go to the top half of the third. Here's Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs down 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. Alan Ronhell trying to bounce back here in the third after giving up the first run of the game in the second. A pair of hits, pass ball leading to an unearned run. Actually, it does go down as an earned run on Ronhell's ledger. Nine 1-2 for the RailRiders. Kennedy Corona leads things off, swings the first pitch, lines it the other way on a bounce. Baroa's got it in right, fires towards first, and Corona legs it out. And Baroa pantomiming to Corona there as he ran through the bag, like, hey, sorry, like, I had to take my chance. You don't see too many 9-3 putouts, especially with someone who runs as well as Kennedy Corona does. But Baroa was already playing kind of shallow. Might as well try to throw him out. Don't get too many cracks at that. Baroa, who has a flair for the dramatic, well, that was something. First pitch to Anthony Volpe. Swings away, pops it up, out of play. So Corona, leadoff base runner for the RailRiders. Second straight inning, they've gotten a leadoff base hit. Had Oswaldo Cabrera come in to score last inning. Now Volpe, flat out to left field, his first time up. Ronhell down the slope, misses outside with the slider. 1 ball and a strike. Got to keep an eye on Corona at first. He can swipe a bag. He can also be caught. He is 8 for 14 stealing bases this year. Been caught 6 times. 1-1. Volpe lays off the slider, then backs up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Ronhell with his appearance for the Phillies earlier this week on Monday. Could be limited a little bit more here today. 2-1. Volpe tags it in the air, deep straightaway center field. Meisner racing back to the track, shortens up and makes the catch. So he got back to the track, then had to come in for it. Ball died a little bit. Meisner puts it away. Back to first goes Kennedy Corona for the first out here in the top of the third. One of the tough things for Ronhell is appearing for the Phillies on Monday came after a whirlwind of a 72-hour stretch where he was slated to start for the IronPigs not just once, but twice. He was the Pigs' original Friday night starter in Worcester. First pitch to Jason Dominguez, hits a chopper to the right side. To his left, Dylan Moreglove spins and fires to second. Gets the lead man there, no return throw over to first. On the fielder's choice, Dominguez replaces Corona over at first. 2 away in the inning, brings up Max Schumann. Ronhell was scratched that Friday night as that was the beginning of the string of 3 extra inning games for the Phillies, and they had thought that they might need Ronhell on Saturday or potentially on Sunday. Friday's game came and went. Phillies didn't need to call him up for Saturday, but Saturday was another extra inning game, which led into Sunday, where Ronhell was supposed to start again for the IronPigs. First pitch fastball to Max Schumann, spins him out of the box, but it's a called strike anyways. Top of the zone. Ronhell, about an hour before the Pigs game started against the Woo Sox, was scratched by the Pigs and was traveling down I-95 to try to get to Philadelphia in town. 0-1, this is up high, a ball and a strike. That Sunday game for the Phillies ends up going 12 innings. Ronhell was warming the bullpen by the end of it. Ultimately didn't get used, and then finally pitched in relief of Andrew Painter on Monday night. It's a tough thing for a pitcher to go through, especially a starter. 1-1 curveball, dips in at the knees. 1-2, where as a starter, you're a creature of habit. You're so used to having your day, aligning everything for it. Ronhell gets moved from Friday to Sunday, from Sunday to potentially pitching that day somewhere else, and then finally throwing again on Monday. Schumann swings and fouls it back to the top of the net. 1-2. So pitching here again on Saturday, it's somewhat normal rest for Ronhell, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is only about an 80 pitch outing for him. Don't push it towards his typical 95 or 100. 2 outs and a man at first. 1-0 RailRiders, top of third. And before the pitch, Ron Hell steps off. Dominguez at first. 1-2 to Schumann. Fouled back again. Schumann ended up working a walk his first time up, as Ron Hell had trouble throwing strikes in the first, and Schumann was actually the only guy he got a hit on. Head on him here again, 1-2. The pitch home. Schumann swings, line drive, hooking down the left field side. It's in for a base hit, headed towards the corner. Dominguez flying on his way to third. He's going to get the wave around, but he stuttered around third and will hold up there. The third base coach ruled Dominguez was waving Dominguez, but Jason Dominguez around third didn't see Rule waving him. Started stutter stepping around third, basically pulling up into the bag. And even though Scranton wanted to send him, he stops there. Schumann into second base with a double. Pham got to it quickly, but Scranton was willing to roll the dice with 2 outs. We'll see if that'll be a big break for the Pigs here or not. Second and third, 2 outs. J.C. Escarra hits. Popped out to second base his first time up. Top of the third, 1-0 Scranton. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Change up down. Escarra from the left side. Front foot bouncing up and down. 0-1. Curveball loops in at the knees. 0-2. It's where Ron Hell struggled against Schumann. Got a head on him, 2 strikes, couldn't put him away. Second and third, 2 outs. Ron Hell kicks and deals. Change up fades, up and away. 1-2. Kemp way off the line at third. Shortstop Cairo right up the middle. 1-2 on J.C. Escarra. Ron Hell to the plate. Escarra swings, lifts it in the air, deep to right. Back on it, Baroa to the track, turns and looks. It's off the middle of the wall. 2 runs will come in to score. Escarra on his way into second. The throw is late. 2-run double, J.C. Escarra. And the RailRiders do cash in with 2 outs. Back-to-back 2-out doubles. Played a pair. It's 3-0 RailRiders in the top of the third. Ron Hell went up and out of the zone with a fastball, and Escarra just went chin high on it and tomahawked it off the wall and right. So Dominguez stopping in third ends up being a moot point, gives Escarra a chance to drive in 2. Three-0 RailRiders. Oswaldo Cabrera hits. Stares at a changeup at the knees, following it all the way in. Cabrera lined a single to left center field his first time up. Switch hitter batting left-handed. The pitch home, takes the swipe, fouls it off. Again, Ron Hell ahead, 0-2. It's interesting, Ron Hell struggling with strike throwing in the first. Since then, he's been able to get ahead in the count, but finishing guys has become an issue now. 2 strike hits to Schumann and Escarra. 0-2. Down the way with a curve. Not just 2 strike hits, but 2 strike, 2 out extra base hits. Cabrera in open stance. The 1-2 off the hands of bouncer, back to the mound. Ron Hell gloves it, belt high, will underhand flip to Anthony at first. Tyler Cabrera, and finally end the third, but some 2-out thunder for the RailRiders. They played a pair on the Escarra double. Go to the last of the third. It's 3-0 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Now's your chance to save on summer favorites.
So stop saying it, okay? I'm gonna say don't panic. You might as well say, well, thoughts and prayers, please. Thoughts. No, stop. Lately, the Dodgers, their sponsorship. I know they've got pretty much only Japanese sponsorship. They should have IHOP as a sponsor here because they are serving up pancakes.
Maller, weeknights, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. You are listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 and 12:30 a.m. Streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the third, Iron Pigs in an early hole, down 3-0. Two-run double for J.C. Oscara, sending the RailRiders lead. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Iron Pigs as Brendan Beck, after giving up a leadoff single to Tommy Pham back in the first, he's now retired 6 straight, including 4 strikeouts. So the strikeout king of the International League just continuing to knock him down here. Iron Pigs have had a little bit of success against Beck here at home. Scored 3 runs off of him twice in 1 week back in May. Ended up losing both games. Payne Henry leads it off. First pitch home, takes a good pass at a fastball center cut, fouls it back. Henry hitting .217 on the year, 5 homers, 21 driven home, swings to the 0-1, lines it on one hop up the middle. Volpe down to a knee, sliding, grabs it, spins back up, throws to first in time to get Henry. His old teammates back a point, and a little word of encouragement for Volpe on the fine play. One away to begin the bottom of the third. Volpe making his 5th consecutive start at second base this week. Good positioning there up the middle. Ranged in the shallow center, down to a knee for a backhand sliding stop. One gone in the third for Stuart Baroa. Switch hitter bats left-handed, swings the first pitch, fouls it off. Baroa not in the starting lineup last night, but ended up driving in 2 off the bench. An RBI single and a sac fly. 0-1. This is upstairs, a ball, and a strike. Baroa now hitting .262. 5 homers, 34 knocked home with the Pigs. Infield swings around to the right side. Hardman in on the grass at third. 1-1. Heater is up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Beck has had a little bit of big league time this season, making his major league debut with the Yankees. 2-1 pitch. Baroa lays off again, up and away. 3-1. 2 appearances for the Yankees this season, including 1 start. He's taken 1 loss, 6 2/3 innings with a 9.45 ERA. 4 strikeouts. 3-1. Baroa, a soft liner out of the reach of Martinez at first and down the right field line. Baroa racing around first. He's trying for 2. He's in with a feet first slide. Beats the throw from Dominguez in the corner. It's a double for Stuart Baroa. Snaps the string of 7 in a row retired by Brendan Beck. It's a runner in scoring position for Tommy Pham. Beck, 27 years old, out of La Jolla, California. 2nd round pick out of Stanford, 2021 by the Yanks. Gave up a single to Tommy Pham, his first time up. He's got Baroa out at second base. Baroa dancing with his lead, now retreats, first pitch. Fastball is at the knees. No balls and a strike. Iron Pigs down 3-0, just trying to chip away against Beck here. Righty straightens up the chest, looks back to second, spins, holds on to it, and chases Baroa back. Beck pitched in the World Baseball Classic this year for Team Great Britain. Started 1 game through 4 no-hit innings, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. 0-1. Slider down and away. A ball and a strike. one to Pham. Tommy swings, another line drive, left center field, down for another hit. Baroa around third, he'll score without a play. Throw goes into second base, and Tommy Pham just on a heater right now. 5 for his last 6. Drives in the first run of the game for the Pigs. It's 3-1 IronPigs trail here in the bottom of the third. Basically identical to what Pham did his first time up, and that's a sinker that's maybe an inch off the inside corner. Pham with lightning quick hands, sneaks the hands inside of him, lines it into left. 7 RBIs in the past 2 games now for Tommy Pham. Tying run to the plate, it's Cameron Meisner. First pitch, Meisner takes a slow curveball, dumps in middle of the plate. Strike 1 on Meisner. Cameron said the trip out to Iowa was actually pretty easy. He joined the Phillies before they actually got there, joining the team in St. Louis. 0-1 coming. This is outside, a ball and a strike. They then flew from there to Quad Cities, I believe. And I asked Cameron about that. Cameron, a guy who, he was born in a place called Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Might never have heard of it. 1-1. Meisner swings through the heater. 1-2. It's a very small town place. And Meisner, recognizing that, said, you know, I live in a place that it's not a big population center. It's got a pretty small airport. Where we flew into for the Field of Dreams game, and that was a small airport. 1-2. Fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. But he said he was really cool getting to be a part of it. You know, didn't know that he would be the 27th man leading into it. So getting to experience it, be there, kind of take it all in. Said he didn't take like any keepsakes, but obviously has his jersey from the game. Pham at first. 1-2 on Meisner. Struck out his first time up. The 1-2 bounced in. Kept in front by Escara. 2-2. Three to 1 RailRiders. Bottom 3. 1 out and a man at first. Meisner hitting .271 in the year between the Pigs and Omaha. 2-2. Meisner rips it on a line, fair. Oh, they'll say it's foul. Just outside the chalk, down the right field line. Alex Shears all over it. Meisner looked like he was saying to something to Shears on the way by there. Ray Ricker, the first base coach, also taking a look at it. From my vantage point, I thought that got chalk. Looking at the replay, that is really hard to tell. Oh man, unless you're looking right down the line like Shears was, I'll take his word for it. Otherwise, that's extra bases, maybe a run. Pham's at least heading over to third base. And Meisner comes back to home plate umpire Tom O'Neill here. Again, offers a couple of words. Cameron, very stoic character on the field. Count remains 2-2. Pham still at first. Beck at the ready. Kicks and delivers. Slider down low. 3-2. So great at bat from Meisner here. He's now seen 7 pitches. See if Pham is off and running. Escara behind the plate, a very good throwing catcher. Throw over to first. Pham looked like he twitched, but he gets back. Oh, they're gonna say Martinez was too far away from the bag when he received the throw. Oh, and Pham's gonna be given second base. The rule is the first baseman has to be within basically arm's reach of first before retreating to the bag when he receives the throw. And Shears has given Pham second base here. Now comes Shelly Duncan to argue. Oh, and no, this is actually what he's saying. He's saying Martinez blocked the base. And looking at the replay, you can see Martinez drop down his whole foot in front of the bag to block Pham. So it's interference being called on Martinez here. I thought maybe we saw it with Seattle earlier this year. Josh Naylor had done it, where the first baseman starts too far away from the bag before going back to cover on a pickoff attempt. But no, Martinez just dropped his foot right in front of the bag, impeding Pham's ability to slide back to the base. And Shelley's still arguing with Alex Shears here, and the conversation will be over. So a break for the Pigs there, because Pham, he was going to be picked off. I think whether or not Martinez dropped his foot in front of him anyways. So the interference call puts Pham out at second, still a 3-2 count. Cameron Meisner, 3-1 RailRiders, bottom of the third. The payoff, Meisner takes, it's down and in. Well, it's a moot point anyways. Meisner ends up walking, so Pham would have been at second base anyways. First walk of the game for Beck. 2 on, 1 out for Keaton Anthony. Keaton striking out looking his first time up. Pigs down a pair. Bottom 3, 2 on, 1 out. First pitch to Anthony, fastball at the knees. 0-1. Keaton immediately with his back foot swipes some dirt out of the box, kind of swinging his leg away. I think frustrated. I think he might have been committed to a take. So I got a fastball I think he thought he could have done some damage with. Keaton with an RBI single last night. He's only hit 1 for 5 in the action. 0-1. Heater sinks inside. A ball and a strike. One pitch. Keaton checks his swing, fouls it back. A little out in front of a breaking ball. Slider that caught a little bit of a play. It was about knee high though. Not too dissimilar, honestly, from the pitch that Anthony homered on back on Wednesday. Keaton a 3-run shot, his 7th of the season in the route on Wednesday. Down the count here, 1-2. 3-1 IronPigs trail, bottom of the third. First and second, 1 out. Beck deals, Anthony swings, line drive, center field, it's down for another hit. Pham around third will come in and score. Meisner stays put at second as Corona will throw it on in. It's an RBI single for Keaton Anthony. We've got a 1-run game here. Scranton 3, Lehigh Valley 2 in the third. Not a pretty swing at all for Keaton. Splitter down and away, just stuck the butt out, bent over. Got the barrel to it, basically one-handed it, filleted it into center. Spencer Medic, the RailRiders pitching coach, going to make a trip to the mound here. It's Beck having his most trouble of the game now. First time through the order, only gave up 2 hits, and he's given up now 2 hits and 3 straight base runners, second time through. Pham was going to score no matter what, so it's a hits-up play by Corona in center field. Not to have even tried to throw out Pham at the plate. Otherwise, Meisner, rounding second, would have been able to take third easily. First and second, 1 out. Carter Keyboom, the hitter, Pigs down a run. Bottom of the third. Beck to the plate. Slider is down low. Interestingly, if you didn't know this, Martinez is issued an error for the interference. And before the 1-0 pitch, time is called by the home plate umpire. Keyboom struck out Loking his last time up. Homered for the 7th time this year yesterday. 1-0 pitch, chased the slider down and away. He's hunting a fastball. All to strike. It's been a good week for Carter, a good month of August. He's got 4 multi-hit games. Keyboom 4 for 10 this week, has driven in 3. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider down and away again. And I bet my bottom dollar, Beck's going to go right back to that. Otto Kemp on deck. Pigs trying to rally early. Scranton had a 3-0 lead. It's 3-2 now here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2. Keyboom off the hands, fouls it off. Instead got a fastball. Beck trying to get up and in on him. Instead left a little middle of the plate. Meisner at second, Anthony at first. 1-2 again to Keyboom. Slider down the dirt. Scara smothers it. Still 2-2. Although it's not late rallying in the game for the Pigs like they did back on Tuesday, scoring 3 in the ninth, or when they scored 5 in the ninth on Sunday in Worcester, this fight from this Pigs team of late has been uncanny. Trailed 3-0 early here, now down just a run. Spinning a throw back to second. Meisner just gets back. Ball came in and out of the glove of Volpe anyways. Phillies lead 1-0 early in Minnesota. It's in the bottom of the second from Target Field, a continuation of the Field of Dreams series. JT Realmuto with a sac fly. Meisner dancing from second, the 2-2. Slider down and in. Keyboom's worked at full. Three and two on Keyboom. Meisner at second, Anthony at first. Inside move to second, chases Meisner back, which Beck won't think too much of it, but that is his second disengagement here. If Meisner wants to try to get shifty, he could certainly start dancing out at second. Maybe see if he could coax Beck into another move here. Not too much going on. The 3-2, Keyboom fouls it off at the plate. Comes off the catcher, Scara. A little surprised Meisner or Anthony at first didn't take a bit more of an aggressive lead. And the first base coach, Ray Recker, coming over and talking with Anthony, I think maybe just put a little worm in his ear to think about it. Outfield straight away on Carter. Infield straight up, double play depth. Beck, side of the chest. 3-2 to Keyboom. Carter pops it in the air down the right field side, sliced into the seats. That was the 10th pitch of the at-bat. 11th pitch upcoming, and what will be the 58th pitch of the game for Scranton, as the RailRiders now have to get somebody loose out of the bullpen with this lengthy third inning now for Brenton Beck. 11th pitch of the AB coming. Keyboom turns on it, but lines it foul. We stay at 3-2. Zach Messenger getting loose for the RailRiders in the bullpen. Dozen pitches in this battle between Carter Keyboom and Brenton Beck. First and second, one out. The 3-2. Keyboom, a roller foul towards the Pigs' dugout. Count remains at 3-2. Now we got a baker's dozen. 13th pitch. Beck, ball behind his back, straightens up at the chest, hands together, looks back at second base. 3-2 again. Keyboom hits it in the air down the right field line, slicing about 10 rows into the seats. 13 pitches have come and gone. Fourteenth pitch of this battle between Keyboom and Brenton Beck. The pitch, Keyboom with a roller towards short, could be two. Picked by Cabrera, goes to second one. Relay to first in time, and the inning over. Beck ultimately wins the 14-pitch marathon with the double play to end the threat. IronPigs, though, do score a pair to make it a one-run game. We go to the fourth. It's 3-2 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our signature dough that's always fresh, never frozen, hand-tossed, and made with 6 simple ingredients. And now, our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings
Perfect. Just move the mic down for me.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Gordy. I work in human resources and air products and live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. And I'm
Can you just throw the mic in front of your face? Yeah. There we go. You
Yeah,
hear me all
no,
right?
yep, I hear you.
you. Perfect.
Okay. We're not live, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Commercials are playing. We got about 30 seconds.
Perfect.
Pronounce your last name.
Ragone, silent
Ragone.
A. Yep. And just introduce me as Executive Vice President at Jefferson. That's
Yeah.
all.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
We go to the top of the fourth. It's now a one-run game again. Scranton 3, IronPigs 2, as both teams played a pair in the third. Time for the round fourth inning. Brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Alan Ronhell back to work, and I bring a guest into the booth. From Jefferson, it's Executive Vice President Nick Ragone. Nick, welcome.
Great to be here. Beautiful Saturday night. I almost said Friday night.
Oh man, I wish it was Friday. One more day in the weekend. You kidding me?
Exactly.
So today, for those who don't know, here at the ballpark, yes, we're playing baseball, but it's also golf day here at the ballpark, which is a passion actually near and dear to my own heart as any good baseball broadcaster. What else do I do on my off days? So today, we're talking a little bit of golf. We're talking the Lehigh Valley Classic.
The Jefferson Lehigh Valley
Jefferson
Classic.
Lehigh Valley Classic.
Coming week of September 28th, the PGA Tour champions. So these are the pros: Stuart Sink, Ernie Els, John Daly, guys that we watched all our lives, and they're going to come up to Lehigh Country Club, and it's going to be amazing. It's a 5-year commitment. They're going to come up every 5 years, or once a year for the next 5 years, and put on some of the best golf. But here's the cool thing about the Champions Tour: the Pro-Ams. And you're a golfer, right? How cool would it be to play inside the ropes with Ernie Els or Stuart Sink or Zach Johnson? With the Champions Tour, you do that. We're going to have 2 days of Pro-Ams. We're going to have a special Pro-Am on Monday with the Eagles, so we have 3 days of Pro-Ams. And it'd be like baseball. We're watching this great game. If they called you down right now to go pitch, which I'm ready to pitch if they do that, by the way. I threw out the first pitch. It was a strike. And it's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So anybody that hasn't played in a Champions Tour Pro-Am or visited or watched it, come out to the Jefferson Lehigh Classic. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
And there's something really is quite special about the Champions Tour as well. So this pitch is fouled back to Tyler Hardiman. Yanquiel Fernandez flying out for the first out of the inning. Like you said, it's some of the best players that for me I watched growing up. And once they get to the Champions Tour, there's almost a massive weight off their shoulders as they continue to play competitive golf. And the personalities, the way that they shine in those Pro-Ams, the way they interact with the fans, it's something that you'll almost never get to experience.
Yeah, what's cool is they're not grinding anymore for a living. Let's see this catch here.
Nice strap by Barreau on the run for the second.
Perfect. Well done. I could have made that catch, by the way. They're not grinding anymore, so they get the best mulligan in life. They turn 50 and they get to play. There are no cuts. And so you go out there, and I've played in a bunch of programs. You get to talk to these guys. They give you tips. They're helping with your swing. You might exchange cell phones and texts with them or do business deals. And, you know, again, it's some of the biggest names you've ever seen. Freddie Couples and Vijay Singh and Bernard Longer. And you get to know these guys. And, look, the big tour, the PGA Tour is great. But those guys are grinding for a living. If you play in a Pro-Am on the PGA Tour, they say hi on the first tee and goodbye on the 9th green or 18th green, and you don't really talk to them. Champions Tour, by the end of the round, if they're not your best friend, something went wrong.
I got lucky. My wife's family, they grew up very close friends with the Sindelar family.
Joey Sindelar from Hogshead, New York.
Yeah, so they absolutely loved him, and when he was on the Champions Tour, he was having the time of his life.
Joey's a great guy. No, well, he won a couple times on the Big Tour. He won a couple times on the Champions Tour. And, there's a lot of those guys that we grew up watching. Mark O'Meara, Hal Sutton, Rocco Mediate, all these big names that, for anybody who's sort of my age, in the 50 crowd or even younger, you remember watching them on TV, and now you get to go play with them or watch them up close. And, a guy named Tiger turned 50 not long ago, and we're still hoping that Tiger might play some Champion Tour events, and we're working behind the scenes to see if he comes up here. But we think this is going to be a game changer. The reason why we put it in Lehigh Valley is we want, as Jefferson and Lehigh Valley, we want to make a long-term commitment to the region. We wanted to do something special, and this is a great sports region. They're going to love, this town is going to love the Champions Tour, and it's going to become a marquee event on the tour pretty quickly.
Blue base hit for Ernesto Martinez continues the fourth as he's aboard with 2 outs. Brings up Kennedy Corona. And for anybody who's interested, if they want to maybe find a way into a Pro-Am, find their way for tickets or anything else, where can they find more information about the Classic?
Go to our website, jeffersonclassic.com, pick up tickets, look at the Pro-Ams, look at a cabana, and I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity to play inside the ropes with some of the best in the world, take advantage of it. So go to jeffersonclassic.com. We have some great packages, pro-ams and cabanas. We have tickets. It's kid friendly. I think any kid under 16, I want to say, gets in for free.
I better shave my beard.
Yeah, shave your beard. You still look 16-ish. And it's going to be a good time. I think my goal with the Champions Tour event, the Jefferson Lehigh Classic, is all the benefits, all the money goes to charity. So we have 3 charities, Valley Youth House, we have Stop Hunger, and the Eagles Autism Foundation. All proceeds from the event go to these charities. We want to be the most charitable event on PGA Tour Champions within 3 years, and I think that's a very realistic goal.
And on top of what's going to be going on with the golf during the week, I know that when either the PGA Tour or the Champions Tour comes to town, it's a whole week long, almost more than a week long, just parade of activities.
It's festivities. It's the PGA Tour is like a traveling circus. They come into town, and it's great for economic development. It'll be a $50 to $100 million boost for the area, you know, from hotels and travel and all that sort of thing. And we have events all week going on. We have the Pro-Ams, we have the Eagles and Friends Pro-Am, we have clinics going on, we have youth clinics. We're going to have some business meetings up there and some events, some community engagement events. And it really is, it's going to be a celebration of the Lehigh Valley region for a week.
Ground ball to short by Corona. Throw over to first from Cairo is in time, and the inning is over. Oh, Nick, thank you for walking us through it. I'm excited. The region's excited. And thanks for talking about it with us here for the top of the 4th.
Get your game in shape. I want to see you out there.
We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 RailRiders here on the Pigs Radio Network.
Now's your chance to save on summer favorites. Ashland's Liberty Sale is going on now. Shop the lowest prices of the season. Full price for every room starting at just $4.99. Plus, you'll find savings up to $1,000 if you apply. And with our easy private approval process, you can buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. That's this 6-piece power reclining sectional console now only $104 a month. Only at Ashley's Liberty Sale. Don't miss it. Shop more Liberty deals in-store or at ashley.com.
This is two pros and a cup of joe.
Terrence Scoop pitched well, made his debut for the Dodgers, and unfortunately, they lost.
They lost to the Cubs. Let's make sure everyone knows that.
Now, Scoop spoke afterwards about the nerves going into what was his first start as a Dodger.
Felt like my major league debut. It's kind of same type of vibe in terms of the nerves running through. I think that's all good stuff.
So if they don't win the World Series and they don't do what everybody thinks they're going to do, is he going to get the blame?
I'd say if that's Scuba, you're just going to point out one person.
Well,
I think it goes towards Brad Jones. It has to go towards the person who's putting together the house. Here's the thing. You don't just throw talent at the problem.
Two pros, LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and a cup of joe. Jonas Knox. 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashland, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM for 12:30 a.m. and streaming at LVFoxSports.com.
Go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the RailRiders 3 and the IronPigs still 2. Just a one-run game. Thanks again to Nick Ragone, Executive Vice President over at Jefferson, talking a little bit about the Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic. First pitch to Otto Kemp. Swung on and missed. No balls and a strike. Certainly will be a lot of fun having the Champions Tour come to the Valley. I, for one, if I can find my weasel my way into the Pro-Am. Pitch to Kemp is chopped foul down the third base side. 0-2. Otto lead off here in the bottom of the 4th. Pigs down a run. Forced Brendan Beck to throw upwards of 30 pitches in the 3rd. Got 2 runs off of him, but double play into that threat for the 14-pitch battle between Carter Keyboom and Beck. First 0-2 to Kemp. Popped up behind the plate. Catcher Escara off of the mask. First baseman Martinez all the way in. Makes the catch in front of the backstop for the first out of the inning. I have never seen a first baseman make a catch in that spot. It's not like Escara had too far to go for that, but Martinez coming in elected to make that catch on his own instead. So 1 away in the 4th. Brings up Dylan Moore. First pitch to Dylan. Swung on and fouled off. 1. Moore takes a called strike. Got the knees. 0-2. 0-2. Moore reaching for it, pops it out of play. Dylan struck out swinging. His first time up. 4th strikeout for Beck, and also the last strikeout he's registered. Beck the wind, 2-strike pitch. Moore swings and misses. Down on strikes for 2nd time here today. So Beck seems to be back in working order here after a bit of trouble and strain. In the 3rd, Pigs getting 2 runs off of him on 3 hits, 1 walk. First pitch to Christian Cairo. This is out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. .1-0 pitch. Cairo takes down the dirt. Ball 2. Cairo flied out to deep left center field. His first time up. Beck straddling the rubber. Deals the pitch. Cairo takes. Fastball top of the zone. 2 balls to strike. Two 1. Cairo waves away. Pitch off the corner. 2-2. Cairo off the end of the batter roller towards the whole left side. 3rd baseman Hardman cuts it off, slings it over to Martinez to retire Cairo, and the Pigs down in order here in the 4th. On to the 5th, still 3-2 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Ebron Medical has been part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. The life-sustaining products we manufacture right here in Allentown are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. At Ebron, we're committed to protecting and improving the health of people in the Lehigh Valley and across the country. We're proud to be a founding partner of the Lehigh Valley Iron.
You hear me all right?
Visit us today.
I can hear you not through the headphones, but I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Turn that up a little bit. How about now? Yep. Okay, perfect.
How about me?
Yep, I hear you perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, so commercial's playing. We'll be done in about a minute.
Yeah.
We'll talk us back in, and then we talk golf.
Yeah, so excited to be here, and thanks for having us for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
You play golf yourself?
I do. I'm a huge golfer.
Where do you play golf at?
Unfortunately, in my line of work, in season, not
It's
much
tough.
around here.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
Originally, actually, down in Doylestown.
Okay. So where do you play around there? So I say it's Golf Association of Philadelphia is really all of Eastern PA, out to State College, South Jersey, Delaware, the whole area.
So we have a partnership here with Riverview.
Yeah.
So we're mostly playing out there.
Nice.
Love it out there.
Where did you play? Did you play golf growing up at Doylestown?
A little bit. Buddies and I, we all worked at Doylestown Country Club.
Sure.
So Mondays, get out and play.
What did you do? Did you caddy or did you work in the bag?
A little bit of caddying, a little bit of just working back in food prep.
That's awesome.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Go to the top of the 5th. It's the RailRiders 3 and the IronPigs 2. And here for the top of the 5th, we are staying. Of course, it's golf night. We're staying on our theme of golf night. It's Mario Mackey from Golf Association of Philadelphia. Mario, welcome.
Thanks, and thanks for having us here. We're excited to be here. It's a great night at the ballpark.
Yeah, and we were just talking before we jumped on air here about the wide expanse that is the kind of east or southeastern portion of Pennsylvania and the golf in this region. And one thing that I've loved as a golfer growing up and golfer still now is being able to watch, especially this summer and then into the fall with the Lehigh Valley Classic, the fact that these golf courses in this region are getting highlighted and people love it.
It is a fantastic summer for golf. If you think back to April, the golf season starts around here, right? It gets warm enough to get out there on the golf courses. the month of May, we had the PGA Championship, one of golf's men's major championships at Aronimink Golf Club in Delaware County. And then you fast forward to July, the U.S. Junior Boys at Saucon Valley.
Just down the
the
road.
best junior championship in the world, right there. This week, the U.S. Amateur Championships at Marion Golf Club and Philadelphia Country Club, two of our 4 founding clubs back in 1897, and with the best amateurs in the world. And then come October, right down the road from here at Lehigh Country Club, the Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic with some great names that everyone will know. Really great competition there on the Champions Tour. So it's really a chance to see a little bit of everything this summer in the golf world.
It's one of the things that I've loved, on social media, just in the media in general, that people are now discovering that this little part of the world, this little part of the country, has an almost unending amount of fantastic golf courses.
It's something I tell friends when they come to visit, and I'll take them out to play a golf course that they've never heard of before, right? And they'll say, man, this is an incredible golf course. But if you think about it, as I mentioned, the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, as we're known in the world of golf, we started in 1897. And from 1897 to 1930, golf courses were really being built by these classic architects in 4 or 5 places. Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Chicago. So all these architects, the Donald Ross, the A.W. Tillinghast, the William Flynn, all these courses that are some of the best in the world, a lot of them were built by those same guys here in a 20-year span at the turn of the century.
Not too shabby, right?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Volpe,
We're very fortunate.
Volpe digs a called strike 3 for the first out of the 5th, brings up Jason Dominguez. 3-2 RailRiders, top of the 5th, 1 out, bases empty. The pitch on the way, Dominguez takes down and away. So you were just mentioning, you guys over at GAP. For those that don't know, obviously, Golf Association of Philadelphia. What is your guys' mission? Like you said, you were founded way back when. Over time, here we are 120 years later.
Not quite as old as the game of baseball, but not too far off.
Not too far off.
Yeah, we were started in 1897 in the Philadelphia area, and that's still in our name, but we really go by that acronym of GAP because we are actually the United States Golf Association's allied golf association. We're kind of the USGA's rep in all of eastern Pennsylvania, so almost all the way up to State College, as well as the southern half of New Jersey and the whole state of Delaware. So in that territory, Sam, you have 140,000 golfers. Now, what's cool about that is that number in 2017 was about 60,000.
Yep.
And the growth of the game in the last 6 or 7 years has been incredible, and we're just so happy to see it with nights like this and people stopping by our table out here to talk golf, and it's fantastic.
3-2 on Jason Dominguez. So for 2 on the day, the payoff. It's down low, ball 4, and Dominguez walks. And what you guys explain for the folks, kind of what it is that you guys do. What is the mission, the purpose of your guys' existence?
Our mission statement is pretty simple, and I'll go into a little bit about what we do, but we preserve, protect, and promote the game of golf. That sounds basic at its core. We do everything from championships, right? We have the best of the best players in our open or amateur championships. We also have member play days, which are just fun ways to get out on the golf course at private clubs that you'd otherwise have to know somebody at. And then we have the World Handicap System, which as a golfer, you understand, Sam, golf is a pretty neat game because you can play, it's an individual sport. You can play against yourself. You can see how you do from one round to the next. It's something you can't do in team sports, right? And we have the ability to do that, and we have a great app that measures that. You can see how many fairways you're hitting, how many putts you're taking, all these things. And that goes all the way to other parts of community roles we do. We do the Jaywood Platt Scholarship is our charitable arm. That's a scholarship for kids who are going to college and work at golf courses. It started with caddies. Now it's for all levels of people working in golf operations. Had 223 scholars get financial aid last year. So a little bit of everything there. And then in recent years, we've done 2 other programs that are really showing the growth of golf and what we can do. One is Youth on Course. I'm not sure if you've heard it before. Youth on Course is an organization that we sponsor in this area where kids can play golf for $5 or less at area courses.
Runner goes, pitches up and in for a ball, throw to second on the money, he got him. Peyton Henry hoses Jason Dominguez for the 2nd out of the 5th.
And, Youth on Course, obviously cost and time are 2 of the biggest barriers we hear. And if we have about 50 golf courses in the region where kids can play for $5 or less. And so we're trying to get more people to the game. And then the other thing is we do 25 clinics for adaptive golfers every year, people with disabilities. And then that wraps up with a championship at the end of the year. 60 of the world's best adaptive golfers across 18 different impairment categories. And it's incredible stories, it's incredible golf, and we're proud to play a part of that here in the region.
One thing I want to touch on very quickly, because you mentioned golf participation has exploded over the past decade. Schumann ambushes this one high and deep down the left field line. If it's there, it's gone, and it is gone. Solo homer, Max Schumann down the line continues to hit Alan Ronhell hard today. Doubled in the third, homers here in the fifth. And it's 4-2 Scranton here in the top of the fifth. But with golf membership exploding, I was brought into the game by my dad growing up, so I basically always had a club in my hand. And actually when I got to college, I got a bunch of my friends who had never played before into it because at school, it was free for us to play at the course if we walked. That's how I got them into it. For those who are maybe a little skittish, a little scared, golf is daunting. How do you get into it?
Yeah, and that's something we always work on all the time, right? How are we going to bring people to this game? We know once they get into the game, that first time you pure a shot, that's what keeps you coming back. You might play a round of golf and you might shoot a 120. You might have 2 good shots, but you're going to remember those 2 shots that night and say, hey, how do I do 5 or 10 of those the next time I go out? With our local PGA sections, there's instructors all over the place. Obviously, again, we have access and events, but it's really just, I think what you said, Sam, is a great story there.
Escarra with a looping liner down the right field side. It's in for a base hit, cut off by Baroa. Escarra's trying for 2, the throw. Oh, he got around the tag. Crowd lets Darius Gotti what they think of the call. He just barely gets around the tag. Baroa nearly hoses Escarra, but it's a 2-out double. Keeps the 5th inning going for Osvaldo Cabrera.
It's it's a social game. You get friends to bring you out. You want to be out there. It's great for physical fitness. Yeah. You're walking outside. You're in a golf cart for 4 hours. You're having a good time. It's fitness. It's exercise, and those are the things we try and stress, especially for newcomers. Just get out and enjoy it. Have a good time. Have a smile on your face and enjoy the day. And again, we're trying to create pathways to success there. Trying to remove some of these barriers of cost and time to bring more people to the game because again, we see it. Our numbers have jumped up because people are coming out and they're having a great time and they want to play more golf.
One thing I'm always curious about is somebody who works in sport myself. There was something that inspired me to work in baseball. What inspired you to work in golf?
Golf is a game of networking, right? It's a game of relationships, whether you're on the golf course or you work in the business like I do. And for me, it's kind of a crazy story, but I grew up in a small town in Virginia. And my next door neighbor, who's my lifelong best friend, is now the executive director of the Virginia State Golf Association. And he'd gone into that right out of college and is a buddy of mine I knew. And he kind of talked me into looking for a job at the Golf Association of Philadelphia back in 2008. And, told me about the industry and what I would like about it. I played the game, obviously, but just to work in it, that's what got me into it. But what keeps me in it is the people and the mission. And what we've been able to do to bring more people to the game. Again, adaptive golf, kids. Golf had this reputation for years of a private club sport, of a rich man's sport. And for us to be able to run events for men, women, juniors, newcomers, adaptive golf, like I said, it's so special to see the growth of the game across all categories.
Yeah, no, it's something I've truly experienced throughout. I've played golf. I've traveled a lot in my line of work, playing at so many different places. You meet so many different people, and the connections you forge through the 4 hours that you're with them is, I played as a single, paired up with 3 random guys in a small town who welcome me like family.
There's a lot of people who say, I don't want to go play golf. I'm not very good. I don't want to play with strangers. I don't want to do. And what I say to them when they say to me is, if you play quick, you keep up. Yeah. No one cares what you shoot.
Nobody cares.
And you're going to have a great time. You're going to meet somebody. You're going to be able to have a nice conversation and enjoyable day with them. And it's really just think about it that way. Don't worry about your score right away. Just go out there and have a good time.
Yeah,
what other sport can you do that with? There's not a lot of them out there, Sam.
2-2 here on Osvaldo Cabrera. Runner at second, 2 outs. It's now 4-2 RailRiders in the fifth. Pitch home. Cabrera takes down and away. It's a full count. Ronhell now at 97 pitches, and with an arm losing in the bullpen, I imagine this will be his final hitter here. Do you have any baseball background?
I don't have a lot of baseball background other than being a fan, which is obviously
that's good enough for us.
It's great to see. But this game is so special to me here to see A
3-2 just down away ball for Cabrera walks, and that's probably going to be all for Ron Hell here, arm loose in the bullpen.
A rivalry game like this,
Oh, it's
it's
fun.
fun to see. Obviously, in a Pennsylvania rivalry like this, I was even thinking in golf terms here, right? We talk a lot about people not knowing how great the golf is in the area from a national perspective. Think about the two teams in front of us here. At Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, the Country Club of Scranton is an incredible golf course. Walter Travis designed in 1920. A lot of people don't know about that place. It's fantastic. When you go here, and obviously you have just even at Lehigh Country Club and Saucon Valley Country Club, two of the best in the state right here. And yeah, the courses around Philadelphia proper get all the attention, but these are three of the best golf courses, not just in the state, but in the entire Northeast region.
So I got to ask, potentially as a privilege of your position, have you gotten to play any of the courses in their, maybe not even in their championship setups, but some of the courses that were featured this year, were able to test them out, so to speak?
I've been very fortunate. It's not all this year, but in the past couple of years, and like you said, not necessarily in championship conditions. I'm a mediocre golfer myself, so I don't know that the championship conditions would treat me well. But you know, we're fortunate to get out there, and again, we've got a lot of great partners as member clubs. We have 350 member clubs across the region. So any course that you can think of around here, public or private, is a member of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. So golfers at those courses who have a handicap, they're members of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. But you can also go on our website at gapgolf.org and sign up as an individual through our USGA golf club just to get a handicap, get started, and reap all those benefits of membership.
That was literally going to be my next question.
I'm on top of it, Sam.
Yeah, because I grew up as somebody who wasn't part of a country club, but once I started trending towards college, I ended up not playing true, college golf, but it was club college golf.
Sure.
And we needed to have a handicap. I was like, okay, how do I do this? How do I figure this out? And it ended up being a pretty simple process.
It used to be a lot harder.
Yeah.
It used to be you'd have to go to a club, public or private, sign up there, whatever the fee was. It would vary from club to club, and that still exists in that form. But now you go to gapgolf.org and you go to the top right of the page and you click join. It'll take you through that process, so you can have a handicap in a number of minutes, be set up for that with your USGA GIN number, and then you need to post 54 holes of scores. So 6 9-hole rounds, 3 18-hole rounds, whatever combination you get to 54 holes, and the next day you'll have a handicap index. And then you can take that and, how many sports can you have where any two people can play against each other? Now, I'm not saying you're going to go out there and beat Scotty Scheffler, but we could set up an equitable match between you and Scotty Scheffler if we determine the appropriate number of strokes. And that just doesn't happen in other sports. And we're very fortunate to have that in the game of golf. All ages, all levels of ability can compete against each other equitably.
Pitching change for the Pigs. Michael Mercado relieves Alan Ron Hell after 4 2/3. There's 2 on and 2 out. The hitter, Cianquiel Fernandez, takes the pitch down and away. Still visiting with Mario Mackey with Golf Association of Philadelphia here on Golf Night as we get ready for the Lehigh Valley Classic coming up. Pitch to Martinez. It's called strike, or Fernandez rather. It's called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. We were talking about it last inning with Nick Rigone about some of the pro-ams. Have you played in a pro-am?
I've never played in one of those pro-ams at the tour events. I've been to a few of them, and in general, those are such great events. Either obviously as a player, they're fantastic to play with some of your idols there in a kind of a less intimidating atmosphere earlier in the week, but also as a spectator.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've told a lot of people here tonight, and I've told friends, when we're talking about the Jefferson Lehigh Classic, is that from a spectator standpoint, it's going to be so special. You're obviously blessed here with as good an experience in minor league baseball from a spectator standpoint as there is, right?
Pitch home is grounded up the middle off the mound behind second. Keimer able to glove bell tie, throw over to first in time to get Fernandez. And in the inning, Scranton does get one in the frame on the Schumann homer, knocks Alan Ron Hell out of the game, and sends us to the bottom of the 5th. Scranton 4, IronPigs 2. Mario Mackey, Golf Association of Philadelphia, thanks for joining me for the inning.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for having us.
We go bottom 5 here on the Pigs Radio Network.
Easton Honda Studios. This is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Wilkes-Barre. Easton Honda, 2 trusted names. 1 call, 5-star customer service.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Brought to you by Lincoln Tech. Build the skills to start your career. Visit lincolntech.edu. Moments like your high school's Andre Reed being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This
Rochester 2-1, bottom 7 there, but the Red Wings are threatening. Mets in front of Jacksonville 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 tie, bottom 6 tonight in Durham between the Bulls and the Memphis Redbirds. Sticks 4, Gwinnett in front of Norfolk, bottom 5 there. Bottom of the 4th, Louisville in front of Toledo, 2-0 Bats on the edge, while Omaha in front of Columbus, 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Back end of a doubleheader between St. Paul and Iowa, no score in the bottom of the 1st after St. Paul blanked the Cubs 6-0 in game 1. Top of the 3rd, no score between Indianapolis and Nashville, while final in 10 innings in Worcester tonight, Buffalo wins 7-5. Going bottom 5 at Coca-Cola Park, Pigs trail 4-2. We go back to Sam Jellick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, Iron Pigs halfway through this ball game, being doubled up 4-2. Alan Ronhell knocked out of this game, and Michael Mercado getting out of the jam for him, thankfully. Leaving a pair aboard, but Max Schumann a solo homer, making us now a 4-2 game as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Brendan Beck still out there for the RailRiders. Beck 4 innings of work, 73 pitches, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Basically all the damage against him, runs-wise, did come in the 3rd, as well as all the base runners against him. Outside the 3rd, he's only allowed 1 base runner. It really feels like that 14-pitch battle by Carter Keyboom that ended in the double play, just brutal timing for the Iron Pigs. Keyboom just really stalwart at bat, just hit at the wrong guy at the wrong time. First pitch curveball, Peyton Henry misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. See if the Pigs can get anything going off of Beck here. It's the same part of the order that began the rally back in the 3rd. Henry lining one sharply up the middle his first time up, but was speared by Volpe. Pops up the 1-0 behind the plate, and it's going to spin into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great visiting with both Mario Mackey and Nick Ragone talking Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic here tonight. Coming up later this fall, hope to see you out there. First pitch to Peyton or 1-1 to Henry. It's fouled off his foot. Ends up all the way out at 3rd base. Henry stumbling, bumbling, rumbling out of the box. Count remains at 1-2. Henry bouncing on the balls of his feet, trying to see if he can stay in this at-bat. Iron Pigs do have a surplus of catchers technically for the moment, with Rafael Marchand down here on rehab. Peyton, though, looks like he'll be okay. Stay in the box. 1-2 on Henry. Beck deals. Henry swings and misses. Slider down and away. Beck strikes him out. 6-9 for Brendan Beck. 1 away to begin the 5th. There was some injury movement for the Iron Pigs prior to today's game. Felix Reyes placed on the injured list. It's a fractured right wrist for Felix, hit by a pitch by Adam Kloffenstein yesterday. Had to leave the game. Obviously got the x-rays and the broken wrist. How long he will be out for, anybody's guess. There's been no indication yet. First pitch to Stuart Baroa, shows bunt. Takes it back. The pitch just gets the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Stewart doubled down the right field line his first time up. Scored the first run of the game for the Pigs on the Tommy Pham base hit. 0-1 pitch. Baroa reaching for it, pops it up. Left side of the diamond, Justin to shallow left. Cabrera waving his arm to claim that he's got it, and he does. 2 away in the 5th. Back at the top of the order, Tommy Pham. Pham 2 for 2 off of Beck, and now over his past 2 games here, Pham 5 for his last 6. Includes a pair of walks. First pitch on the way. Pham swings, lines it inside the chalk at 3rd and down the left field line. Will kick off the sidewall. Pham racing around first. He's trying for 2. Schumann will swing it in, and Pham beats the throw. Another hit for Tommy Pham. He is on fire. Three for 3 here tonight. 6 for his last 7. And has reached in 8 of his last 9 plate appearances. Brings the tying run to the plate for the Pigs in the 5th. Cameron Meisner walked his last time up. Cameron hitting .271, 16 homers, AAA level. First pitch, Beck chisels the outside black with a fastball. Meisner a walk in the 3rd, a strikeout in the 1st. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. 4-2 RailRiders. The pitch, Meisner. Hefty hack. Comes up empty. A ball and a strike. Pigs need a big swing from Meisner here. Pham out at second base. 2 outs. 0-2 on Meisner. The pitch. Cam fouls it back. IronPigs have gone 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position today, only leaving 2 on base. Mentioned earlier in the inning, outside of the 2-run third, they really haven't had any success off of Brendan Beck tonight. Beck's 0-2 again. Meisner rips it foul. Down the first base side, behind the back. First base coach Ray Ricker. Keaton Anthony on deck. Beck about to beat pitch number 85 for him. There's nobody up yet in the RailRiders bullpen. Pham at second, 2 outs. 2-strike pitch again. Meisner breaks his bat on a floater. Shallow right, it's down for a hit. Pham around 3rd. Dominguez up with a throw. It's up the line. Pham scores standing. Meisner takes 2nd. It's a 1-run game again. RBI single for Meisner, takes 2nd on the throw in from Dominguez. Pham a great break from 2nd, scores standing up. Brings up Keaton Anthony with a tying run in scoring position. Not a bad pitch from Beck down and away. A splitter got Meisner out in front, but Cameron's so big, so strong. Muscles it into shallow rights. Dominguez got to it quickly. I thought was going to have a better shot to throw Pham out, but either Dominguez's arm not up to snuff or Pham just too quick. Pitch to Anthony off the hands, a ground ball over to 3rd. He gloves, throws to 1st. Plenty of time to get Keaton, and the inning over. IronPigs though make it a 1-run game on the RBI single from Cameron Meisner on to the 6th. 4-3 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Riverview Country Club is set along the scenic Delaware River corridor, which is 2 miles north of Easton in Forks Township. Riverview's 18-hole championship golf course has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of tees for golfers of all levels to enjoy this course. We have bent grass landing areas and bluegrass fairways. Its consistent great course conditions and beautiful panoramic views make Riverview a must-play course. Plus, Riverview Country Club has a pro shop that is well stocked with the latest golf equipment and apparel to keep you looking sharp and on top of your game. Riverview Country Club also boasts the Villa on the Green, a beautiful banquet facility that is the perfect place to host your next corporate meeting or event. For more information on the course and season passes to book an event, book your tee time, call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. Come see what makes Riverview Country Club the premier facility in the area.
Top of the sixth, Iron Pigs now down just a run thanks to an RBI single from Cameron Meisner. Thanks to a one-run game, Scranton 4, Iron Pigs 3. Michael Mercado, who got out of the fifth for Alan Ronhell, stranding a pair aboard, sticks around for the sixth. First pitch from Michael, fastball down the middle, no balls and a strike. Tyler Hardman leading things off, an RBI single. Started scoring off Ronhell back in the second. Checks his swing on the 0-1, missing a ball and a strike. Mercado making his 29th appearance for the Pigs, 4-4, the 4.29 ERA. 1-1, swung on and missed at a cutter, 0-2. Mercado now just one appearance behind Nolan Hoffman for the team lead. Hoffman since traded to Omaha, to the Royals. Mercado 42 innings, 44 strikeouts, 24 walks, and shouldn't be lost on anybody that it's quite a feat for Mercado to be at this point. 1-2, breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. Considering he started the year on the injured list, he has stayed completely healthy since. Two off the hands. Hardman sawed off, pops it down the first base side, but slices out of play. Still 2-2 on Tyler Hardman beginning the top of the sixth. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Mercado, first base side, slings it home, swing and a miss. Firm splitter at 90. Darting down and in, gets Hardman right through it. One away to begin the sixth. There's still nobody throwing out in the Scranton bullpen, so Brendan Beck is basically unshackled here. He's just being told, go get it. Here's Ernesto Martinez. 1 for 2 with a base hit. Big left-handed hitter, swings and misses, fouling it off the plate. Got a piece of the catcher, Henry. And by the way that he just went down here, dropped his glove. Probably got him above the thigh, hopefully not below the belt. And he is on his knees here, doubled over in pain. Andrew Dodson, the Iron Pigs trainer, comes out, takes a squat with him. For a moment, I was a little scared that Martinez, who has such long limbs and levers to the plate, that his backswing maybe had caught Henry. And Peyton up to his feet. Tells Dodson is okay. He's going to stay in the game here. So 0-1 on Ernesto Martinez. One out, base is clear. Mercado back to work. This is up and away with the split. A ball and a strike. 4-3 RailRiders. Scranton 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Iron Pigs 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. 1-1. Martinez fouls it back. Up and over the sweets and into the parking lot. 1-2. Martinez, who uses one of the hockey puck-esque bats, that hockey puck referring to the knob of the bat is just basically blown up. It looks like a hockey puck. Basically balances the bat for you. 1-2, curveball down and in. 2-2. It provides what feels like a more balanced bat, basically a counterweight. 2-2 on Ernesto Martinez. Mercado fires. Martinez a chopper. The first base side, foul ball. 2-2 again. Martinez fouls it off. Phillies have blown it open against the Twins, now 8-0. 7-run top of the fifth. 2-2. Sinker down low. 3-2. Bryson Stott, 3-run homer. Edmundo Souza, 2-run single. Alec Bohm, an RBI single. Luis Arraez, a bases-loaded walk. 3-2 on Ernesto Martinez. The payoff, foul back. Martinez down to a knee. He swung so hard. Still 3-2, and home plate umpire Tom O'Neill now checking on Martinez, who I think may have gone down to a knee, not because he swung so hard, but slipped, injured himself. He's back up in the box now. Hands held above his helmet, and before the 3-2, Peyton Henry will call time. Go out and chat with Mercado as the pitch clock was coming down on him. So Pigs burn a mound visit in order to avoid what would have been an automatic ball 4. Out of the visit, Mercado's 3-2. Martinez, a line drive deep left field, slicing away from Pham. It's over, is headed off the base of the wall. Gets to it quickly. Martinez on his way to second. The relay in is cut off, and it's a double. And Pham kind of put his hands on his knees there. I don't think he thought that Cairo should have cut that baseball off. Don't think it would have gotten Martinez at second, but at least would have been pretty close. So a double for Martinez, a 2-hit game. Pigs and RailRiders have answered each other back basically every time today outside of when Scranton opened the scoring with a run back in the second inning. Batters Kennedy Corona. Mercado comes home with a fastball. Inside corner for a called strike. Oh-1, Martinez starts and stops from second. Cutter is down and away. A ball and a strike. (4-3) RailRiders, top of the sixth. Runner at second. 1 out. 1-1 to Corona. Chopped foul to the backstop. One-two to Corona, swing and a miss. Curveball off the plate. Get some windmilling at it. Corona strikes out. Second punch up from Mercado of the inning. Now back to the top of the order, and Anthony Volpe. Volpe 0 for 3. A somewhat quiet series. Homered yesterday off of Brian Keller. Otherwise been held in check. Right on right matchup. Mercado delivers the first. It's a cutter inside corner for a called strike. Martinez dancing from second. Nobody holding him on. Now Mercado going to step off and look him back. The 0-1. Volpe chases down and away. Hook, line, and sinker with the curveball. 0-2. Scranton now getting a ready loose out in the bullpen again. See if it will be Messenger for a second time. Oh, this time it's Hayden Merida. 0-2. Volpe off the end of the bat, a pop-up. Shallow center, Cairo is out, calling everybody off. The shortstop gathers under it, puts it away, and the inning over. Mercado strands the double out at second base. Ends the sixth, scoreless. Go bottom six. It's 4-3 Scranton here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Now's your chance to save on summer favorites. Ashley Delivery Sales is closed now. Check the lowest prices of the season with the hot price for everything, starting at just $4.99. Ashley and savings up to $1,000 store-wide. And with our easy private approval process, you can buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Then 6 weeks out, then exceptional deposits. I hear he's amazing.
The Dan Patrick Show. The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the sixth, Iron Pigs still down a run, and Brenton Beck still in the game. Sam Jolnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Beck over 5 innings of work. He's given up the 3 runs on 6 hits. First pitch to Carter Keyboom. Curveball misses down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Beck begins the sixth. That was his 87th pitch. There's a righty, Hayden Merida, up in the bullpen for Scranton. 1-0 pitch, a ground ball up the middle to his left. Shortstop Cabrera picks it on the run, sets his feet in time to get Keyboom at first. 1 away to begin the sixth. Keyboom now 0 for 3 tonight. One out and the base is empty for Otto Kemp. Otto 0 for 2. Swings the first pitch, grounds it foul, third base side. No balls and a strike. Got a small update on Aiden Miller earlier today from Phillies manager Don Mattingly. He was asked about if there's any progress on Miller, as he had gotten his procedure done about 6 to 8 weeks ago. The radio frequency ablation of his facet joints. Kemp drives the 0-1 pitch in the air, right center field, moderately deep. Center fielder Corona fades into the alley, makes the catch. Retires Kemp. 2 quick outs in the sixth. Today, Mattingly was asked, given the 6 to 8 weeks is basically up, is there any update on what Miller is doing? Apparently, what Mattingly said is he was doing baseball activity last week. We know that. That's a direct quote. Nothing really, no update from medical today on him. It's usually about once every 2 weeks or something. First pitch to Dylan Moore, fastball up and in, and it clipped him on the hands. Barely hitting Moore, but considering he's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts today against Beck, he'll be happy to take his base here representing the tying run. Brings up Christian Cairo. Cairo 0 for 2. Moore at first, the potential tying run. Certainly could be on the move here. He's 16 for 19 stealing bases. So for Miller, baseball activity, what that entails, a person with knowledge of the situation said that Miller is now doing quote-unquote everything. If that includes swinging, I don't know. Pitch is down away to Cairo, ball 1. I would think baseball activity includes swinging. I feel like that's a pretty logical connection to make. But nothing about this, and Aiden Miller has been logical. 1-0 coming. Cairo takes down low. Ball 2. Cairo still hitless since he's come off injured list. 0 for 2 today, 0 for 5 this week. Dylan Moore at first. Infield to the pull side. Outfield shades Cairo starkly the other way. 2-0 pitch. Heater at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Moore, short lead at first. Beck throws over, and Moore dives back. A little bit of a late reaction on Beck's move over. Two-one, Moore runs, breaking balls down and away for a ball throw to second. On a hop, skips into center. Moore with a headlong dive, couldn't pick up where the baseball was, so he'll just stay put. Be content with his 17th stolen base this season, and now the tying run in scoring position for the IronPigs. Three and one on Cairo. Peyton Henry on deck. Moore the tying run out at second base. 4-3 RailRiders, bottom of the 6th. 3-1. Perfect slider. It's on the outside corner. 3-2. Full count on Christian Cairo. IronPigs have been nails with runners in scoring position today, going 3 for 5 off of Beck. Moore the tying run at second. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. The 3-2. Cairo takes a called strike 3. He's going to challenge this. Thinks that slider was off the plate. Pigs only have 1 challenge left. We'll see if Cairo's got it. It's a huge pitch here, and upon review of the call on the field is confirmed. Cairo down looking, and so too are the Pigs in the 6th. Moore left stranded out at second. We're on to the 7th. Still a 1-run game. 4-3 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. When 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
When IronPigs fans need to care for their goals, they know they can turn to leader of the pack K9 Institute. Their award-winning facility provides the best boarding, training, daycare, and grooming in the Lehigh Valley. Trust professionals at leader of the pack K9 Institute to care for your pet during your next trip, or even watch your dog while you're away with leader of the pack's 5 web vans. Join the pack at LOCFA.com or call 610-366-8282. Franchises are now available. Wilkes-Barre Forest is the Lehigh Valley and has been since 1950. From weapons to fuel ropes to corporate events, Wilkes-Barre Forest does it all. Whether you know exactly what you want or your needs for any occasion, Wilkes-Barre's talented established for you. Give them a call today at 610-785-53 or visit their website at wilkesbarreforest.com. Wilkes-Barre Forest is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs, NASCAR and the Lehigh Valley.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the 7th, IronPigs still down a run. Left the tying run in scoring position to end the last 6th. Michael Mercado, who has gone an inning and a third out of the bullpen scorelessly, will continue on. Here in the top of 7th. IronPigs do have somebody loosening out in the bullpen. Looks like it's Grant Holman. Would beat next. First pitch from Mercado to Jason Dominguez, misses down low. A ball, no strikes. RailRiders on their end still have Hayden Merida up and running. Wind to the 1-0. Fastball outside. Ball 2. So probably the end of the line for Brendan Beck. 6 innings, gives up 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 97 pitches. 2-0 pitch. Dominguez takes. Heater below the knees. Ball 3. Dominguez 0 for 1 today, or 0 for 2 rather. Strikeout, fielder's choice, a walk, also a caught stealing. Taking the 3-0 all the way. Fastball in for a strike. Scranton scored 1 in the second for a 1-0 lead. Stretched out to the 3-zip in the third. 3-1, found back. IronPigs have made it a 1-run game a couple of times here. 2 in the bottom of the third, 1 in the bottom of the 6th, or bottom of the 5th. Not been able to come all the way back yet. 3-2. Dominguez sprays it foul. So 3-2 on Jason Dominguez. Mercado is 33rd pitch out of the pen. Dominguez swings and misses. 96 up out of the zone. Mercado gets him chasing. Third strikeout for Mercado out of the bullpen. Michael throwing for the 2nd time this week. Threw back on Tuesday, gave up 1 run over 2 innings of work. 1 out, nobody on for Max Schumann. Schumann's 3rd homer of the year. His last time up, Alan Ronhell. And the first pitch sails over his noggin, which, given the history between these 2 teams, not exactly a inviting sight. Schumann thankfully doesn't take any umbrage at it as Mercado quickly goes back to the rosin bag to at least feign some ignorance, if not truly willfully ignorant. 1-0 pitch, fastball down the middle, a ball and a strike. So hopefully just a fastball slipping out of his hands. 1-1 pitch. Schumann comes up empty on a cutter. Off the outside corner. One and 2 on Schumann. It's hit to be retired. Double, homer, and a walk. 1-2. Down and away with a cutter. 2-2. And before the 2-2, Schumann calls time and steps out. Some oohs and ahs in the crowd as Ferris throwing some popcorn on some presumably Scranton fans. 2-2, Mercado curveball spikes it out in front of the plate. Three-two, swing and a miss out in front of the cutter. Mercado finally gets Schumann. Back-to-back strikeouts on 3-2 pitches. Schumann shaking his head, coming away from the box. 4 punch-outs for Mercado. Brings up J.C. Escara. Escara, pair of doubles today, also 2 RBIs. Drove 8 and 2 with one of the doubles back in the 3rd inning. Left-handed hitter, takes the first pitch heater, snipes the outside corner. No balls and a strike. It's now 8-1 Phillies. Bottom of the 6th, Jesus Luzardo giving up his first run on a Royce Lewis RBI double. Otherwise, looks like the Phils should coast to a 2nd straight victory, which is big because, maybe in my mind, it's big. 0-1. Escara takes curveball, stays outside 1-1. The Braves are losing to the Diamondbacks 6-2 in Atlanta, so at least the Phillies could pick up a game. 1-1 coming home. Escarra lifts it in the air down the left field line. Not all that deep. Pham over by the side wall. Does not have any room. Lands just in the picnic patio. Mercado a chance to strike out the side. 1-2 on J.C. Escarra. 4-3 RailRiders, top of the 7th. Mercado winds and deals. Escarra rolls over a grounder back at first. Anthony scoops it on the short hop, flips to Mercado covering at first. Retire Escarra in the inning over. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Michael Mercado and Mates. 1-2-3 inning. For cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, visit MatesHomeservice.com to book your appointment today. Go bottom 7. Time to stretch. Iron Pigs down 4-3. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Now's your chance to save on summer favorites. Ashley's Typical Sale is going on now. Shop the lowest prices of the season with hot buys for every room starting at just $4.99. Plus, you can find savings of up to $1,000 store-wide. And with our easy private approval process, you can buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, this 6-piece power blending sectional console now only $104 a month. Only at Ashley's Labor Day sale. Don't miss it. Shop more Labor Day deals in-store or at Ashley.com.
This is The Herd. ESPN Plus with Colin Cowherd. Tyler Murray has been named already the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings before they have played a preseason game. So this was an easy one. I don't think he's as good as Sam Darnold, but I think the Sam Darnold comp has legs. Darnold was in a rough situation in New York. Tyler in Arizona. Yeah, this was obvious. We haven't gotten to a preseason game yet, and they're like, yeah, that guy's separated. And I do think, keep your eye, potentially. Now, Kyler Murray is smaller and can get banged up. I would not be shocked if at some point pre-trade deadline, J.J. McCarthy is moved. Chargers, who knows? This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Hope you got a good stretch in. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Iron Pigs still down a run, 4-3. Hayden Merida takes over for Brendan Beck, who leaves in line for the victory. IL's leader in basically almost every category. Could take sole possession for most wins in the IL, be the first to 10 wins. As the RailRiders hold on here. It's relieved by Hayden Merida. Beck, 6 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Merida so far not great with the RailRiders. 1 appearance, gave up a couple of runs earlier this week, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Payne Henry greets him to open the 7th. First pitch on the way. Fastball at 97, outside corner. No balls and a strike. Merida, his first appearance for Scranton coming earlier this week. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts and a homer. 0-1. Henry swings and misses. 0-2. Gave up those 3 runs back on Wednesday. 3-run homer to Keaton Anthony. Peyton Henry beginning the 7th. It's over 2 today, but has crushed RailRider pitching past season and a half. 0-2. Fastball down and away. Merida, 4-seam fastball, sweeper, slider, cutter will live in the high 90s with the fastball. Touching 97, 98. High leg kick, 1-2. Bounces the cutter. 2-2. Began the season with Double-A Somerset, where he was 2-3 with a 3.67 ERA. Appeared in 32 games, was 2-4. Struck out 67 in 41 2/3 innings. 2-2 to Henry. Peyton takes, cutter up high. 3-2. So 17th round pick, the Yankees in 2022 out of Azusa Pacific, out in California. Had Tommy John surgery, missing the 2024 season. 3-2. Peyton gets under it, drives it in the air, down the right field side, out of play. 0-2. Another payoff pitch to Peyton Henry. Peyton fouls another off. Henry grounded out to second to begin the third, struck out to begin the fifth, and now he begins the seventh. Pigs down a run entering the final third of this ball game. Third 3-2. Henry fouls it back. IronPigs have made a living at times in one-run games. Close games as well. Top 5 in the league in most wins in quote-unquote close games. It's 3 runs or fewer. Another 3-2. Henry fouls another off. 4th straight foul ball with a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat. Right there, send us to double digits. Tenth pitch, the AB to Peyton Henry. Here it is. Henry drives in the air, deep right field. Dominguez looking up, staring, watching. There it goes. Peyton Henry does the RailRiders in again. Second homer of the week, ties this game at 4 in the bottom of the 7th. It's Henry's 8th career homer against Scranton in 21 games. This one blasted the other way again. 4-10 to straightaway right. What an at-bat. 10th pitch of the AB, Henry with his 6th of the season. We're all square at 4 apiece. Now Stuart Baroa, switch hitter, bats left-handed, takes the fastball down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Not even a 1-run game anymore, but if you're curious, Pigs in 1-run games, 16-20. 1-0 to Baroa, fouled back. So 2 appearances for Murda this week, and Murda has now allowed 2 homers. IronPigs not a team that is predicated on the long ball. They are bottom 5 in the league in homers. But on the flip side of that, 1-1, Baroa shows bunt, takes it back, pitches down low. Is that the Pigs aren't out-homered by their opponents. They've hit 120 homers this season, and they have now given up 120 homers. 2-1, breaking ball down and in. Baroa checks his swing, drops the bat in the box to make sure that there's not a shred of evidence. Now time called. Baroa asking Tom O'Neill about the eye contact there with Murda. Three and 1 on Stuart Baroa. Baroa doubled down the right field line in the third, came around to score the first run for the Pigs. 3-1 coming. Baroa gets under it, a high fly ball. Left center field, not deep, coming in. Schumann slicing back to him. Left fielder puts it away. Baroa the first out of the 7th. Just getting under a pitch right at the knees. Tied at 4 on Peyton Henry solo homer. Both bullpens now with action. Grant Holman will likely take over for Michael Mercado when we go to the 8th. Will it be with a Pigs lead? Perhaps. Here's Tommy Pham. 3 hits tonight. Swings the first pitch and misses. A cutter. Strike 1. Pham 3 for 3 today. 2 singles, a double, and an RBI. Also scored twice. 0-1 Cutter inside corner, 0-2. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Pham finally retired for the first time today. Murda dispatches him on 3 pitches. 2 gone the 7th. Brings up Cameron Meisner. Cameron, an RBI single his last time up, broke his bat. Flare in a shallow right. Tied at 4, bottom 7. IronPigs have come all the way back, trailed 3-0 after 2.5. First pitch to Meisner, fastball takes off, missing outside. A ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch. Meisner takes another sinking fastball off the plate. Ball 2. Two 2-0 on Cameron Meisner, tied at 4 in the 7th. Pitch home. Fastball at the knees. Meisner takes. Infield plays the pull side, 2-1. Meisner takes another fastball outside. 3-1. 2 left-handed hitters in the inning. Against Murda twice. He's fallen behind 3-1 here. Pigs have tied it on a Payne Henry solo homer. Trying to take the lead before the 8th. 3-1. Meisner, big swing, fouls it back. Three and 2 on Meisner. Points his two-tone bat out at Murda. Tall righty, set the belt, kicks and deals. Cutter down and in, it's ball 4. Meisner walks. 2-out base runner, and Meisner, who hasn't gotten a chance to run much with the IronPigs, just 1 for 3 stealing bases. Does have double-digit stolen bases this year that came with Omaha. Can put him in motion here, get the tying run or go-ahead run in scoring position. Kean Anthony, the batter, Kean an RBI single back in the 3rd. Throw over to first, and Meisner belly flops back. Keaton taps the plate both sides. Outfield shades him the other way. Infield, though, swings around to the pull side. Murda, high leg kick, comes home, and a fastball straightens up Anthony. Across the chest, takes up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Murda, this will be his 26th pitch of the inning. 1-0. Meisner runs, pitches up and in for a ball. The throw to second is airmailed into center. Meisner gets up, stumbles. Now on his way to 3rd, will be there standing. The throw from Corona late. Stolen base and an E2 on J.C. Escara. Poor throw. Meisner getting up off the deck at second, just lost his footing coming out of the box again. Thankfully, no worse for the wear on it. Go-ahead run now 90 feet away for the IronPigs. Second swiped bag for Meisner with the Pigs. 1-1 pitch to Anthony. Keaton swings off the end of the bat, a pop-up, shallow left. Shortstop Cabrera backpedals, settles under it, makes the catch. Retires Anthony in the inning over. Pigs leave the go-ahead run at 3rd, but they do tie the game on a Payton Henry solo homer. Go to the 8th, all square at 4. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
inning and 4 after 7 innings of play. Bottom 9 in Jacksonville, the Mets lead the Jumbo Shrimp 4-3, while at the bottom of the 8th, the deadlock at 6 apiece between Gwinnett and Norfolk. Durham up over Memphis 3-1, top 8 there, while it's a 3-3 tie at the top of the 7th between Louisville and Toledo. Columbus in front handedly 6-1 over Omaha, bottom 5 there, while on the back end of a doubleheader, Iowa leads St. Paul 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Top 5, Nashville 3, Indianapolis 0. Boston finals earlier today and tonight. Buffalo in extra innings win over Worcester 7-5 in 10 innings. Rochester down Charlotte 5-2, while St. Paul won the front end of the doubleheader 6-0. Tied at 4 after 7. Top 8 we go. Fun finish ahead. Here's Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, tied at 4 as we head to the top of the 8th. Thanks to Peyton Henry, second homer of the week against his former team. Tying us at 4. Grant Holman will inherit this tie game, try to keep it even. Michael Mercado, a big reason Pigs were able to rally here. 2 1/3 scoreless, also inherited 2 runners. They left the board in the 5th. Gives up just 1 hit and strikes out 4. Now Holman to follow him. Holman 6'6", 250-pound righty. 6th round pick, originally of the A's out of UC Berkeley. Picked up by the Phillies in a cash trade mid-season. Making his 16th appearance, he's 1-0 with a 4.19 ERA. 19 1/3 innings, 23 strikeouts, only 4 walks. Faces Oswaldo Cabrera to lead things off. First pitch fastball at 95 is at the knees, outside corner. No balls and strike. Holman the stretch, 0-1. Cabrera high chopper off the plate towards second base. 3 bounces. Dylan Moore there to glove. Fires over first. Gets Cabrera 1 away to begin the 8th. Holman making his 2nd appearance of the week. He threw a scoreless inning back on Wednesday. Closing that game out, gave up 1 hit in the 9th. One out and the base is empty. Yanquiel Fernandez over 3. Takes a swipe at the first pitch. Fouls it off. It's that time of year when on your TV screens, if you tune into ESPN, ESPN2, there's a lot of Little League Baseball going on. Regionals, 0-1 wrapping up. Pitch to Fernandez is fouled off, 0-2. Westchester team just won the Mid-Atlantic Regional. They'll be on their way to Williamsport shortly. The guy who knows a thing or two about the Little League World Series is the IronPigs' own Grant Holman. (0-2). Fernandez takes down and away. 1-2. Holman played in the Little League World Series in 2013 with his East Lake Little League from Chula Vista. Tossed a no-hitter, striking out 13 in a 3-0 win against Michigan. 1-2. Fernandez swings and misses. Chases the splitter down out of the zone. It's 0-2. Or 2 outs here in the 8th. Holman threw that no-hitter. It was actually an extra inning no-hitter. Became the first pitcher since 1979 to throw an extra inning no-hitter. First to do it after the 85 pitch limit was introduced in 2007. 2 outs, no D on for Tyler Hardman. Takes a first pitch slider, outside corner, strike 1. Holman's East Lake team in 2013 that year went all the way to the International Championship game. It's the U.S. champions, but they lost 6-4 to Japan in the title game. 0-1, bounced the backstop, 0-2. That East Lake Little League is a powerhouse. They have consistently made it to Williamsport, and if I'm not mistaken, do have a couple of international championships. Holman comes from East Lake High School, which is in Chula Vista, which has produced a number of high picks. 0-2, this is down in the dirt. In recent years, Marcelo Meyer out of East Lake, Casey Schmidt, Keone Cavaco, who was the first-round pick of the Twins back in 2019. Adrian Gonzalez, 2000, was the first overall pick. by the Rangers. One and two on Hardman. Pitch home. Hardman a hard grounder right to the shortstop. Cairo gobbles it into the belt. Good throw to first. Gets Hardman. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Grant Holman. Go to the bottom of the eighth. Tied at 4 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre Easton Honda, two trusted names, one cool 5-star customer service.
Now's your chance to save on summer favorites. Ashley's Liberty Sale is going on now. Choose the lowest prices of the season. Hot buys for every room starting at just $4.99. Plus, you can find savings up to $1,000 store-wide. And with our easy private approval process, you can buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. That's 6-piece power refining sectional to top load now only $104 a month. Only at Ashley's Labor Day sale. Don't miss it. Shop more Labor Day deals in store at ashley.com.
Football season is almost here, and the happy hour is getting you ready. Tune in weekdays at 4 through August 21st as we preview one of the local college or high school teams each day, including interviews with coaches and players to see which team will be featured on which day. Go to LVFoxSports.com. Don't miss our Lehigh Valley football preview each night of the happy hour on Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 a.m. in Easton, presented by Regal Insurance and by Lehigh Valley Hyundai.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Brought to you by Lincoln Tech. Build the skills to start your career. Visit lincolntech.edu. Moments like the Philadelphia Eagles hold their annual summer training camp at Lehigh University. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 a.m. in Easton.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the eighth, Iron Pigs looking to take a lead before we go to the top of the ninth. Tied 4 between the RailRiders and the Iron Pigs. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Justin Topa, the new arm of the mound for Scranton, takes over for Hayden Murda. This Lehigh Valley chimney, call the bullpen, keeping Valley safe, one chimney at a time. Topa making his RailRiders debut. Iron Pigs actually saw him earlier this season with Omaha. First pitch to Carter Keyboom is in for a strike. Fastball in the outside corner. Topa opted out of his deal with the Royals and now here with the Yankees. 6'4", 200-pound righty out of Binghamton, New York. 0-1, Keyboom off the hands, a weak roller up the third base side. Charging Hardman, bare hand throw to first, it's late. Martinez hit the splits, didn't matter. Keyboom legs it out, and the leadoff man aboard for the Pigs to start the eighth. Go ahead, run on. I imagine a pinch runner will be coming here. And yeah, very quickly, out comes Colby Thomas to run for Keyboom over at first. So pinch runner Thomas at first. Thomas, great speed over at first. He's the go-ahead run. Sato Kemp comes to play. Topa spent a lot of time with the Twins, was in the big leagues earlier this year, but struggled, ended up getting DFA'd. Iron Pigs saw him with Omaha twice. Series coming out of the All-Star break, he threw 2 innings, giving up just an unearned run. First pitch home to Kemp, fastball at 93 down the middle. No balls and a strike. This year, Topa has bounced between AAA Omaha, AAA Buffalo, and the Twins, Major League level. Righty, set the chest. Thomas leaning at first, 0-1. Kemp with a high chopper down the third base side. It's a foul ball. Just behind the bag was where Hardman picked it, and I think Scranton's lucky it was a foul ball, because otherwise I think Kemp probably would have beat it out at first. Topa, the minors this year, is 0-2 with a 1.74 ERA, 20 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts, 8 walks. With the Twins, though, Topa was getting absolutely lit up. .805 ERA in 19 innings. Oh and 2 on Otto Kemp. Otto 0 for 3 here tonight. Thomas, go ahead, run it first. Martinez holds him on. Topa, highlight kick comes home. Kemp waits out the sweeper, fouls it back. Kemp comes into the day 3 for 12 this week, was 5 for 21 last week. It's been more plodding along for Otto. Really hasn't hit an exceptionally hot stretch this season yet. Throw over to first and Thomas gets back. You know, a week or more of games where OPS over 1,000 or anything like that. Just been slow and steady. Hit 230, get on base at a 350 clip. Nothing that's going to hurt you, and for the most part will be a net positive for a team here. 0-2, Thomas runs, Kemp a ground ball over to third. 3 hops, Hardman has it going to his left, throws across to first to get the out. Thomas racing for third, he's in. Martinez the throw across, fires it away. Thomas up off the deck, comes in to score the go-ahead run. A daring dash from Colby Thomas, and the Pigs lead 5-4 in the 8th. He just never stops running. Ground ball to third, Colby rounds second, goes to third. Martinez fires across, and it wasn't even close. Even if the throw's in the back, Thomas has it beat by a mile. And it's 5-4 Pigs on the error. Base is clear, 1 out. Here's Dylan Moore, swings and misses at the first pitch. Heads up play by Colby Thomas. He takes third on the throw across from Hardman, and then scores on Martinez's ill-advised strike back across. 0-1, Moore lines it to third, but it's speared by Hardman. Two away in the 8th. That throw from Martinez, it's unfathomable. Not only was it not on target, he skipped it in by 10 feet, it was up the line. And on top of that, Thomas had the play beat by a mile. First pitch to Christian Cairo. He shows bunts, takes it back for ball 1. 5-4 Pigs, bomb the 8th. Nobody up in the bullpen, so Grant Holman will try to close this out by getting the final 6 outs. 1-0 pitch, Cairo takes, it's up and away, ball 2. It's the 3rd error of the game for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Second on Martinez after his interference call earlier in the game. 2-0 pitch, Cairo late, fouls it back. Tank has said he's going to be aggressive by using the bench. He asked the guys there, he might as well use them. Thomas, with great speed, goes into the game, understands his assignment, understands he's there to cause havoc. He's there to score the go-ahead run. More that he can do to get there, the better. 2-1, Cairo off the hand, shoots a grounder the other way, right at Volpe at second. Gloves, throws to first. In time to get Cairo, and the inning is over. But not before the Pigs take the lead. Colby Thomas rounds the bases, sprinting from first on a ground ball to third to score the go-ahead run. We go to the 9th. 5-4 IronPigs, 3 outs away from victory here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Gordy. I work in human resources and air products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Top of the ninth, IronPigs with a 5-4 lead over the RailRiders, their first lead of the night. As we go to the top of the ninth, Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. As the Pigs will look for a series win, 3 outs away from it. To take 4 out of 5 this week off the RailRiders. And Ernesto Martinez, who just gave the lead away, or rather the tie game away for Scranton with his throwing error. In the bottom of the 8th, leads off here in the top of the ninth. Before the first pitch, home plate umpire Tom O'Neill steps out and says something here to Ernesto Martinez. And now O'Neill is whispering something in Peyton Henry's ear, and after all of that, it's going to be waved off. There's no call, no nothing. So Martinez leading off the top of the ninth. First pitch, home in with a splitter, in for a strike. So Martinez, a chance at redemption. An ill-advised throw to third as Colby Thomas went first to third on a ground out to third. Colby was running on the pitch. 0-1. Martinez with a line drive left center field. It's down for a hit. Meisner cuts it off, fires it in, and Martinez not fully atoning for his sin, but gives the RailRiders life. Tying run at first to begin the ninth for Scranton. Holman had a 1-2-3-8. Only took him 10 pitches, and now the IronPigs infield is going to meet up as Duke Ellis is going to pinch run over at first. Ellis second in the league in stolen bases. Ellis with 44, that's tied for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre franchise record. Expect him to be off and running here. Kennedy Corona hits. I'd imagine they will try to put Ellis in motion and then have Corona bunt. Peyton Henry's thrown out 1 already tonight. That was Dominguez back in the 5th. Holman's got to be quick to the plate. Ellis, huge lead at first. Holman deals. Ellis does not run. The fastball is down the middle for a called strike. 5-4 IronPigs, top of the ninth. Trying to take 4 of 5. The series win. Final time against the RailRiders here at home. Packed crowd on Saturday night. 0-1. Ellis starts and stops. Pitches down the dirt. Henry keeps it in front. Backhand pick. Pitch home. Corona fouls it back as Ellis was off in the pitch. It's a foul ball, 1-2. So Ellis has not gotten a chance to run outright here in the plate appearance yet. That 1-1 was a hit and run. Corona got a pitch to hit, fastball right down the middle. But Ellis is still marooned over at first. Throw over to first, and Ellis is back. The thing to watch for Holman is one of his off-speed pitches, a splitter. He can spike it sometimes. It's 1-2 on Kennedy Corona. 9-hole hitter, 1 for 3 today. The pitch, home runner goes, and Corona bouncer back up the middle. Moore waiting in front of second, gloves it, throws to first. In time to get Ellis, or rather in time to get Corona, with Ellis moving into scoring position at second base. Moore was trying to wait on the bag to see if the ground ball would get to him. Chance to turn 2. But instead just gets the out solely at first. Tying run in scoring position, it's Anthony Volpe. Volpe 0 for 4. First pitch. Volpe swings, hits a high fly ball left center field, not deep. Pham coming over, Meisner coming in. It'll be Meisner make the call and the catch. Ellis stays put at second, 2 gone in the ninth. And man, Holman got away with one. That was a cement mixer slider on the inside corner that Volpe maybe just got it off the hands. Final hope for the RailRiders is Jason Dominguez. Grant Holman on the mound, trying to get the final 6 outs. In line for the victory. The loss to Justin Topa after the unearned run in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch. Dominguez with a hard grounder right to Moore at second base. He gloves, fires to first. It's in time, and the ball game is over. The final. It's the IronPigs 5 and the RailRiders 4. The Pigs take the series with a game to spare. They've won 4 out of 5. So they rally from 3-0 down early and win it in the bottom of the 8th with a mad dash from Colby Thomas, thanks to an error from Ernesto Martinez, allowing Thomas to score the game-winning run. The final score is the IronPigs 5 and the RailRiders 4. We'll go ahead, take a break, come back with Tulsa recap next in the Staybird Suites. Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. These players are battered and exhausted, but you don't play like this if you don't care about this team, about this country, about this game. Here in the U.S., I have got some news for you. There's so much more to come. My name is Megan Klingberg, and we're just getting started.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Intel. Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Now's your chance to save on summer favorites. Purchase different sales going on now. Just use lowest prices of the season. Pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. This 6-piece thoroughbred and sectional compound now $104 a month. Only at Ashley's Labor Day sale. Don't miss it. Shop more Labor Day deals in-store or at ashley.com.
The voice of Lehigh Valley sports fans is the Happy Hour. Weekdays at 4, presented by Ashley. From the local high schools and colleges to Penn State, Philly, New York, and the entire sports world. We cover it all with great guests, rankings, polls, and you. Call or text the show to voice your opinion at 610-890-0707. Don't miss the Lehigh Valley's only nightly sports talk show, The Happy Hour, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Weekdays at 4 on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at wyndhamrewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit wyndhamrewards.com for more details.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we roll with it easy to feel. Sometimes 1 and 1 makes 3. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is bringing us that.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company recognized by this.
Thanks for listening to IronPigs Baseball. IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Products, and accounting partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, Jeffersonville, Eve Law, Jordan Call, and WFNZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybird Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam Jelnick.
Welcome in to Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. IronPigs win the series against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders with the game to spare, taking 4 out of 5 to open the series, with the finale still to come tomorrow. IronPigs 5-4 winners here today as they rally from 3-0 down early, run in the 8th on the mad scramble from Colby Thomas to win it for the Pigs. So get Tulsa recap real quick before Jack Heim will have you for the rest of your post-game show. Early on, it looked like it was going to be all Scranton. Allen Ronhelm making his return to the Pigs since pitching for the Phils on Monday in St. Louis. Gave up 1 in the second, then 2 in the third. Pigs down 3-0 early. Brenton Beck had given up a leadoff single, but retired 6 straight after, including 4 strikeouts. Looked like he was rolling, the best pitcher in the International League. Pigs, though, in the third, played a pair of runs, RBI singles for Pham and Anthony, made it a 1-run game. And from there, basically, the Pigs in Scranton went tick for tack. Scranton with 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th were able to restore their 2-run advantage. IronPigs got 1 in the bottom of the 5th on an RBI single from Cameron Meisner. tied the game up in the bottom of the 7th. For Scranton, won in the 5th. IronPigs answered back to make it a one-run game again in the bottom of the 5th on an RBI single from Meisner before they tied the game in the 7th on a solo homer by Peyton Henry. IronPigs were able to be still in the game at that point thanks to Michael Mercado. Mercado had relieved Alan Ronhell, left 2 aboard in the 5th, and threw 2 scoreless innings after it, allowing the Pigs to tie the game in the 7th. Grant Holman threw a scoreless 8th, setting the stage for the bottom half where Carter Keyboom singled to begin the inning, an infield knock. Colby Thomas then pinch ran. Otto Kemp at the plate. Thomas was off in the pitch. Kemp grounded it over to third. Thomas never broke stride around second. Was making it his way to third. Ernesto Martinez tried to throw back across the diamond, but threw it away, ultimately sailing it to the sidewall and allowing Thomas to score the winning run. In the top of the 9th, Scranton got the leadoff man on when Ernesto Martinez singled, but Duke Ellis was marooned out at second base to end the ball game as Holman got the final 6 outs, turned the win for the RailRiders. The final score is the Pigs 5 and the RailRiders 4. Final line score for the Pigs: 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 5 on base. For the RailRiders, 4 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. They leave 7 on base. Grant Holman's the winning pitcher. Holman, 2 scoreless. Retires 6 of 7, strikes out 1, gives up only 1 hit. He is now 2-0. The losing pitcher, Justin Topa, tough loss in his RailRiders debut, gives up 1 unearned run on 1 hit. We started tonight's game at 6:38, finished at 9:25. Time of game, 2 hours and 47 minutes in front of 10,000, another capacity sellout crowd here on Saturday evening at Coca-Cola Park. With the win, the Pigs back to 500 for the first time in a while. Here in the second half at 22-22, they are now 57-62 overall. RailRiders, they dropped to 25-17 in the second half, 62-54 on the season. IronPigs win the series. They've taken 4 of the first 5. We'll try to make it 5 out of 6 in the finale tomorrow afternoon. Speaking of, first pitch tomorrow will be at 1:15 as making his IronPigs debut, the erstwhile Reading native Casey Lawrence went to Albright College, and at the young age, Lawrence, at all of 38 years old, will finally be returning home here and making his IronPigs debut, signed to a minor league deal earlier this week. He'll be opposed by Alexander Corniel, who opened back on Tuesday for Scranton. First pitch tomorrow, 1:15, pregame show, hits the airwaves at 12:45. That'll be the next time that I talk to you, so that'll about do it for my portion of the broadcast here on Saturday nights. As always, big thanks from me to you for making us a part of your Saturday evening. Big thanks to Jack Heim back in the studio, keeping me company. As always, big thanks to our partners who make IronPigs Baseball possible. Our naming rights partner, Coca-Cola, presenting partner, Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners, Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMC, Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for the series finale. Until then, I've been Sam Jelinek. As always, thanks so much for listening. Your final score here tonight, IronPigs rally for a 5-4 win, taking 4 of 5 from Scranton to open the series and claim an early series victory. Jack Heim has you the rest of the way on the Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport post-game show here on the IronPigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for retirement living that includes all of your home maintenance and is filled with,
Well, woo, good finish. Thank you.